Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Anime Squad podcast, episode 26. My name is Robbie.
And this is Omar.
And this is David.
And we're at week 13 / week 1 of the fall anime season 2020. Yes, this is going to be an interesting episode because we're actually going to be bridging the gap between what we have left over from last season and this new season of fall anime. And of course, we got the audio versions of our podcast in iTunes and Spotify if you guys want to check us out, and of course the YouTube video version that you're watching right now.
Yes, so strap yourself. We're finishing up the rest of the animes from last season and continue with delicious new animes. And what better off to finish off from last season than the god of high school itself.
Yep.
And my God, what a finale this episode was.
Mm-hmm.
So much explosions, action, fighting. Sephiroth, God over here, just being a really, really good guy.
To point out something, Rabbi was kind of right on Sephiroth.
Oh yeah, I did mention that like Jegal was not going to be a recurring rival kind of character because he kind of blew his load super early by literally absorbing the key of all life, I guess, and he became God, and so they gotta take out the god of high school.
Yeah, but it was basically his ultimate form.
Yeah, his angel mode, and of course our heroes were pretty much struggling throughout the whole thing, but Mori can't stand the fact that his friends are being attacked like this and losing.
Yes. So our man Mori tries everything he can, doing his originals and all that, but something has awoken him. Something's calling out for him. Yes, and if you want to predict it, we all saw it coming. With that stance from I think last episode or 2 weeks ago. He is the Monkey King himself.
He is the son of the Wukong, or I guess in the Japanese dub they call him Seitan Taisei. It's the same character.
It gave me that vibe when Goku had his staff. Once he received that the invisible staff, I was like, oh, there's the staff. That is
the Journey to the West character, Son Goku, or Seitan Taisei, or Son Wukong. It's the same thing.
This man's he's great. He's a great legend that has so many aliases that you can call him whatever.
In this case, we'll just call him Jin Mori because. He gets the power pole, the Nyoibo is what he's call it.
Yeah.
And he goes toe to toe with Jegal.
Yeah, just straight up action. You're very up close and personal to a point where like they're going Mach speed and they're just clashing. Like
it takes out all the big demon dudes. I guess.
I think that was the best part right there, where he was fighting I guess Mori's friends were getting taken by them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then that's when Mori just went out of control, started bashing them.
He was like, and like, just immediately just bashing brains in and everything. It was super hype, and to finish things off, he calls in the Kinton, or I guess what we Dragon Ball fans know as the Nimbus Cloud.
Yeah, the Nimbus Cloud.
And
it was no small Nimbus Cloud.
No, it was legit just a thunderstorm of cloud, and just gathering all the lightning and.
It looked like he was calling Zeus.
Yeah,
lightning bolts.
Personal like Zeus God with him, just straight out thunderbolting him,
throwing that thunder.
This is very satisfying to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
To a point where he was butt naked.
Jegal was butt naked. Yeah. No, Mori's fine.
Because he was getting striked.
Yeah, he was getting thunderstruck, and even though you might think, okay, Jegal's down for the count, apparently the souls that are residing within his new acquired body is just going absolutely apeshit and just like consuming him and turning him into a beast.
And he's not a loser, bro.
He's not a loser. He really wants to make it evident that he's not a loser. Thankfully, even though Mori has reverted back to normal for the most part, his friends were able to come back up, and Ilpio is there, and so let's go, band of idiots, let's do this.
So yeah, like Team Morris plus Obeu come in and save the day.
Yep.
With the power of teamwork and friendships. Triumph with all.
You said that he couldn't use his abilities after Jagal, right?
Yeah. Well, for the most part, he didn't have access to the Kintone or
he was asking for it.
Yeah. They just wouldn't come.
But he was just.
And then that's when the friends came.
Yeah, the friends came in. He was back to using his good old originals. It was good old originals, baby.
Yep.
Triple kick and the Azure Dragon, all that.
Yeah.
All that good
Then
stuff.
the guy went into his fox form too.
Yeah, Obeu, he goes into his fox form.
It was amazing to see all these characters that we've been watching throughout the whole season just do the final blow.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Jagal.
Yeah, and you see the dual Azure Dragon come up, and Jagal's body turns to stone, and then there you go.
Yep.
See the last bit of Jagal that's left, and.
But he's not a loser though.
Oh,
he's not a loser.
They showed a little flashback of him just
reaching out to his mom.
Yeah. And then even Obeu offers him to get him out whatever situation he was in because he was getting eaten alive.
Yeah, by his Chariot.
But I'm not a loser, bro.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, oh no, I mean Jagal was entertaining, but he wasn't fleshed out at all.
Mori Alter.
Oh
yeah.
He was disappointed, man.
We joked around watching it. They're like, yeah, you know what? Okay, sir, you're not the main villain yet. You gotta head out. Okay.
And that's very true. When you say including to the end of it when they show him off again. But the thread has been destroyed. There's
one threat.
Yes, the one threat, and a lady shows up.
Yep.
A lady shows up to congratulate Team Mori on winning the God of High School.
Yeah. And very very similar to the 7 Dragon Balls. They're kind of Mori is allowed one wish, but it can't bring back the dead.
Thank God.
Those other restrictions, right? Other stuff.
It just mainly went over the dead part. I think.
Yeah. Because that's what they kind of said, because he won his grandpa back, but then she was like, "Oh, I can't bring the dead." So
yeah,
to us, where it's the saying his grandpa's dead.
Yeah, and he did notice Sunghwa and their battle scars, the loss of limbs.
Well, he remembered it. He was
so he's like, "Hey, can we be able to heal?"
He said, "Can we put everything back how it was before the thing?" Right? He
said everybody that fought that participated in the final battle.
Yeah.
Essentially. But that didn't fix any of the destruction that happened from the nukes.
He should
just fix the people in general.
He should have been specific on the wish, honestly. But whatever, this is more being more.
You already know more.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it though, in the long run, it kind of helps because Seoul got nuked.
Yeah.
Which means a lot of radiation. So technically speaking, hey, you heal from the final battle. That means no nuclear radiation, right?
Was it the nuke though?
Yeah, because I knew those warheads got dismantled.
That's true.
It was more like the big, the god itself fell.
Yeah. Well, regardless, I mean, again, Mori was thinking about his friends and all that, so.
Mm-hmm. And then Mori knocked out after that.
Yep.
For 3 months.
3 months. Oh, and don't forget the power of the wish also turned our lady friend that granted the wishes into a little chibi child.
Oh, she ran out of power.
Yeah, because she used her power to grant the wish.
Yeah, so she looks like a child, but she still has a lot of strength in her. But yeah, like you said, Mori clunked out for three whole months.
Yep.
So the world was moving, I guess, when he was.
Yeah, the world was continuing while he was asleep.
Yeah, and, essentially in a coma.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But they just put it a nicer way to say asleep.
He's asleep for 3 months. Yeah.
And then they kind of they do a setup for season 2 with more problems that they have encountered with finding the keys itself.
Yeah.
Mori's grandpa.
Mori's grandpa. Which it was that hint at the end. He's still alive, but
he got no arm.
He got no arm, and I think we're gonna see Mori fight his grandpa for some reason.
Yeah.
And that's
the epic show.
Hiachi?
I don't know. I can't imagine.
Yeah, but yeah,
that'll be tight to see though.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that was the first season of God of High School. Again, I say first season because I'm absolutely sure that they're gonna bring it back for the second season.
Yeah, it has to.
They're not gonna leave it off there's only one season. I mean, this is huge.
Yeah, this was pretty huge.
Second, what do you call it? Webtoon.
Webtoon, yeah.
Oh yeah. From like the Crunchyroll originals that we've been watching. Yeah, this is the second. This is the second webtoon, but this is technically the third Crunchyroll original that we've seen so far.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think I like to say for all of us, this one was our favorite.
This one is our favorite for sure. Yeah.
For sure. And
rating wise.
who wants to go first?
Well, I'll go. Overall, animation was solid. I really liked the characters. Mori was really fun to watch, and then his dynamic between Han and Mira, really cool. I really like the fights. It gets a little confusing if you're towards the end, of course, if you're not paying attention. But like honestly, the bombastic action and everything like that more than makes up for it. Overall, I definitely give this one a solid 8 out of 10. It's it was really, really entertaining to watch. I can't wait for more. Again, I would have given it a little bit more, but I feel like again it gets a little bit confusing later on. But like I said, it brings it back. So like I said, give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Nice.
Omar.
For me, as you could hear throughout the whole season watching this anime, I was the one very enthused and optimistic of this anime itself, and it did not disappoint. It brought in the hype. It brought many great memories for myself between Mori versus Han, and the first tournament arc itself of the God of High School is very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
And second one's okay, but like Robbie here said himself, like at the end it kind of gets overwhelming to comprehend what's all going on, because like there's gods and demons, like there's like 3 fights going on at once, and it's just too much at times. But especially with this episode, the ending, I loved it. I loved this last episode. It was just one fight. We got beat the ultimate Jagal final form, man.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that it's set up for a second season, so there's a possibility for it, which I think I could 100% guarantee we'll get one. So for me, it's an 8.5. If you're looking for just straight up action, great characters to follow, this is the one. And it'll probably be in my top 10 of this year, so look out for that.
For me, similar way what you guys said in general. The action, the music within the show too. Yeah. Followed up the fights, the openings, amazing. What else? The choreographic. How do you call it?
Choreography. Yeah.
Was pretty amazing. It's like the movement, body movement and stuff. They put a lot of work on that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it definitely shows, especially on the first season.
So in general, it's just a really good show. Just I guess, like these two said, pretty much there's a little issue towards the last 2 episodes or last 3, I guess.
Yeah.
And the last episode is fine, but the prior ones, I guess the other 2 episodes were overwhelming.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
But other than that, I give it an 8.
All right.
Final score 8.
Give it a solid 8 for this anime. I agree with that. And to also wrap up another anime, which I think it's continuing for next season.
Yeah.
This is part 1.
Yeah, part 1 of this anime. It's Re:Zero.
Re:Zero Season 2.
Season 2, Episode 13.
End of part 1.
Yes. And where do I even start with this?
A lot to unpack. Oh my god.
This is still in the
witch.
The witch's tea party. I like to call it this is the witch's tea party.
I was confused. So it was the trial itself in the witch party? Because I remember at the end of course
it is. It is, but at the same time, I think it's mainly allowed. I think it's mainly conducted for Subaru anyway. It's conducted through like the witches themselves, like through a kidnap.
Well, I think it's his trial, not
Emilia. No. I feel like Emilia's is like each person that gets accepted and like allowed to take the trials is like all coordinate by their own personal story or games. We don't know anything about Emilia, but Subaru himself has a kidna mostly. Like even the one where he like is sent back to his own time or whatever. sent back to his own world.
I feel like
Echidna.
I feel like Echidna created that.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was already they already talked about that. Yeah, that's why she was there, like wearing the school uniform. Anyway, to continue off from here, after again the witch of
all the witches there.
All the witches were there, and then the witch of greed, in particular, was showed up.
Yep.
Wait, isn't she greed?
No, my bad. Envy. I keep getting envy and greed confused.
But yeah, all the witches are there, and they're all like asking Subaru, like, what is his decision?
He had his little tantrum. He's like, no, none of you.
Yeah, he has his tantrum. He thinks everyone's evil to the core. Like, he doesn't believe in their beliefs.
A lot of kind of what happens to him is understandable, though, because again, after everything that he's going through, and this loop in particular is just eating away at his own sanity.
It's eating my sanity.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, for the most part, because we can all agree that this loop in particular is the longest loop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even compared to
now you could say
I can now finally conclude that this loop is the longest loop that's been taking the most time compared to the first season.
Yeah. We've been stuck at Sanctuary and doing these trials and then going back to the mansion for the whole season.
Wait, I forgot. Is this the second trial? They were on the second trial, right?
Yeah.
Because they finished the first one?
Yeah, Subaru finished
the first one, yeah. The first one was done relatively early. Way back in like the third episode, pretty much.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how David feels is how Subaru feels.
Yeah.
But he chooses no one and he kills himself. I don't know how.
He bit his tongue.
He bit his tongue.
He bit his tongue
He
and
drowned himself with his own blood.
That's what I was thinking of, but I was like, wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Kudos to him pulling that off.
He has his own suicide button.
And at first, the witches, I keep forgetting
the shining,
the sloth, and
one?
the pride witch. They accepted his fate. They're like, all right, let him die. That's his choice. We accept it. But the rest of the witches are like, you know what? We respect this choice.
Yeah, Minerva in particular, she has the power of healing, so she was able to like bring him back.
Yeah, so they brought him back to life, and they were like, they just basically accepted his choice. They're like, all right, you choose no one. It's all good. It's like, but don't expect to see us again.
Yeah, including.
It's like, we like you, but we're not gonna accept that.
We're not gonna help you no more.
Yeah.
Since you didn't choose no one.
That's fine. Yeah. He chose the neutral path.
Yeah, his own path. But even with all that said and done, Ikena still helps him out for one last time, and then that's the last we see of them.
Yeah.
And then Super wakes up to his pet dragon.
Well, the thing that was confusing too is I guess that's supposed to be Amelia, or I don't know, the other girl.
I mean, I think it was all kind of obvious that like the witch of envy is Satella.
Yeah.
That's because they've talked about her.
He kept imagining her, right?
No, they was confirmed that Satella and Amelia look the same.
Like
it's from the first season. They talked about it. That's why.
Okay.
That's why when Amelia first, this is a detail for some reason that always stuck with me. But when Amelia first introduced herself in the first episode, when he rescued her from those bandits, she introduced herself as Satella. That's
why she's always in love with him.
That's why when he was like trying to bring it up to like the village and stuff, everybody was like, "What? Satella?"
So pretty much he woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the dragon. What was it?
Petrush.
And we could add her to the harem.
Apparently, yeah. I mean, it's whatever. So
but she has his back. It's cute.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, Petrush, you do care," and he kind of adds that to the list of friends that he can count on. Otto is one.
The one friend.
Yeah.
Otto. And then he noticed that Subaru can no longer go into the
he tries to go into the barrier and then he immediately just pukes.
The reason why I think is that because of them.
Yeah.
They're done.
Yeah, and
I think and the reason why he didn't remember it right away is because the whole thing. When he enters a trial and then he gets out, he loses the memory of being in that trial.
Well, no, because he still remembered Echidna. He still remembered Echidna, and he was talking about the fact that like Echidna, he's like, oh, And even when it was brought up later, when he was talking with Rosewall brought up the whole echidna thing.
He's also seen her.
Yeah.
That brings up,
And this brings up a very big revelation.
Yes.
No, it's not. I already know it was. It was annoying.
Well, yeah, Subaru talks to Rosewall about the whole what's been going through, the whole events of the season.
All the assassins, everything was all Rosewall's doing.
Yes, he's been plotting this whole time.
Rosewall in particular, Rosewall was sending assassins.
And then Subaru's like, "Do you hate me? I don't hate you. I like you."
Yeah, because Rosewall has gone insane.
I think it's confirmed that Rosewall's been insane because he did mention that he was waiting for 400 years for Echidna, and that the fact that you have access to even seeing Echidna means that you can be the one to save us all.
Yeah, like he's the chosen one.
Yeah, so in order to be that way, you have to give up your humanity. You have to become like me.
You have to pull the sacrifices.
Yeah.
Which you still haven't done.
So it definitely shows that Rosewall has definitely seen some shit, which is why he's been so adamant in basically continuing this kind of torturous process to awaken the true hero that Subaru can become.
Yes.
And he was so affectionate with the book too. He was hugging.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Book of Wisdom.
Yeah.
And so Subaru was just losing his shit.
Yeah.
And he literally runs out of the mansion. Excuse me.
He was in a way going insane for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to process everything that's been going on because
he was like almost blacking out.
Literally, the last cycle that he went through was involving Rosewall like killing Ram and Garfield in front of him.
Yeah.
So at this point, he's kind of like, I'm kind of ready for anything.
So he loses his shit in the woods, and
fell asleep, huh?
No, he was just losing it, and then Otto finds him, and he's like, "Hey, man, you need to cool it, bro. Like, it's gonna be all right.
Let me see you clench your teeth."
And Otto just punches
him. Yeah, decks him in the face.
He tells him like, "Oh, it's morning time already."
Yeah.
Yeah, and he basically tells him like, "You're not alone on this journey. Stop being.
You are not alone.
Stop being a Debbie Downer."
Yep.
And that's the end of that.
That was the end of part 1.
Yes. Weird way to end it, but I get it. There's gonna be another season coming out.
This arc shall continue more.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
What do you mean?
I want to let it go already.
Oh,
that's fair, honestly.
Yeah, I'll give it my final score for the podcast in general. I'll give it 5.
Wow.
All right.
That's how disappointed I was.
That's completely fair.
You want to say why?
In general, well, this whole entire part was so. I was just fed up of what we said earlier.
Yeah.
The whole resetting in the same area over and over again. Like I get it. That was like in the beginning, on the original.
In the original ReZero, they had this.
They had the similar, and now it just got
This one broke David in a way.
We just went back to the same routine again.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I can imagine for a lot of people it's like this. Me personally, I really enjoyed it, honestly. Like I feel like we got quite a lot of information for what Subaru's going through.
It was pretty much Subaru's part.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely like Subaru's inner journey more than anything. Like this was Subaru's story through and through. We did get introduced to new characters and stuff, but because of just how out of favor it's becoming for Subaru, and the fact he has to reset himself, dying, like the cycle basically continues. This in a way like shows Subaru's growth for the most part. That's why I personally really enjoyed this season, this part in particular. I'm really curious to see how it plays out with the second part, and even if Subaru has to go through a couple more resets to finally get to the puzzle, I'm all in it, man. I'm all in it for the ride. I really want to see how this goes, and I'm completely invested in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm on the same boat as Robbie. I mean, there's not that many animes that you see like a character like Subaru come out in the in anime world. Just seeing the mental health of the character go through the trials and death and all that stuff. I mean, it's just hard to come by, and this time in anime. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this part very much so. I mean, we get to see Subaru's backstory, his trials and all that. I mean, it's all good. Damn, I can't speak right now.
No, it's a complicated part. Honestly, it's a complicated season to really explain. I mean, there was a lot of death, a lot of resets, and like again, I guess chronologically speaking, it didn't really go anywhere. But this was, for me personally, the reason why I'm okay with this is because it's like, this is these are mostly growing pains for Subaru, and you know that like when Subaru is gonna come out of it, he's gonna come out of it way tougher than he did than any other like time loop that he's been stuck in.
Yeah, or die more.
Yeah, or die more. Yeah. So it's all just a constant struggle to see like what Subaru can really do, and I feel like this one in particular is like the biggest one that he's gone through, even way more so than like the first season finale even.
Yeah.
So for this part in general, what is your rating? Since
if I were to give it a rating, so I did talk about this with the group, and originally I was really reluctant in wanting to give one because I wanted to see how part 1 and part 2 kind of, share in relationship with one another. But considering I have to give one and everything, I would honestly give it a 9 out of 10. I'm super invested in the story, and I feel like the characters and everything, and kind of like what Subaru's going through and everything, it's a straight up 9. I know it's a huge 180 for me because I remember earlier in the season, when we first gave up our impressions, I gave it a 4.
Were the opposite,
yeah, I know. David was like completely on board, and I was like, oh man, I don't want to care about what's going on right now. They blew their load way too fast, and I did a complete 180. This is a complete 9 out of 10 for me right here. So I'm really, really interested in seeing like kind of where this goes, if my thoughts and opinions are gonna change. And just kind of where to go from here.
I guess for me, I'm with them in the beginning. They killed off Ram basically at this point.
Yeah.
The whole joke of who's Ram is just devastating.
Yeah.
And but other than that, this the whole arc of Subaru, it's always been about Subaru. This whole anime, this whole journey of it. So I'm still like down to watch the show, and I mean, just it's like I'm like a repeat at this point, like the trials and emotional death that Subaru, and especially the new characters we got introduced, like a kid in Garfield, and then Roswell had a big part in it this time. So just to see everything unfold, and this whole part is just it's great to watch, honestly. So like I said, like you don't see that much emotional and depth. Like you can even tell like the voice actors, like I could feel like they're crying behind the mic and all that.
You feel for feel for Subaru, and he's just like completely breaking down and everything like that.
So after what he's moments like that is just I'm never gonna forget. So for me, if I had to give a rating, I will also give it a 9. It's just I'm very invested in it. I mean, it's 2 seasons at this point. Well, a season and a half.
Yeah.
And I'm in it for the ride, man. All right,
and then on to our next anime, which of the season, which I guess is not actually ending. This is going to be continuing into the fall season, and it is Fire Force episode 14.
Yes.
This continues off from when we last saw the business suits.
Yes.
Asking Victor, Hajime, the Hajime Industries or whatever, the laboratories. And Victor spills the beans to Fire Force Squad 8.
That was funny.
Yeah, the fact that Obi kind of knew all along.
Yeah, they all knew. It was like, we kind of figured you weren't assigned here either way. So you just showed up out of nowhere, bro.
I love that Shinra was like, wait, aren't you? Yeah, you're originally from Hajime. I thought that was obvious.
I thought that was the gist. So it was just a big joke about it, and the whole fire department has a plan to just see what's going on with Hijima and their research labs. And what are they doing? And we get to see that. We get to see what they do. They experiment on children to see if they could tap into the Aldana link itself.
Yeah, the Aldana link.
We got introduced to a character, I guess.
Kurono. Who's a big inspiration.
No, not that one. The
kid?
Easter egg one. The kid too.
No,
yeah.
Nataku's not really an introduction. He's a reintroduction of anything.
Yeah.
No, I mean the girl. The girl that was taking care of the kids.
Oh, did they give her a name?
No, but she showed up.
No, she did
showed
show up
in the opening too.
She pops up.
That's true. Yeah. So
we'll
we
be
don't know
seeing
anything about her yet, but
yet.
she's a cameo if anything.
So
here.
I wonder what she's gonna do.
Yeah, but like Robbie was saying, Kurono, our new. Can we say villain?
I think so. Yeah, he's an antagonistic force, if anything.
Yeah.
No, technically they're not villains because they work for
Well, that's why I said he's an antagonistic force.
Yeah.
Like he's not with the bad guys in particular. Like Hajime is.
But they are the bad guys.
Yeah.
They're basically human trafficked kids to like tap their
testing grounds.
They're the Shinra experiments. They're
Literally.
the Shinra labs. Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
but this guy's he's funny.
Oh yeah, he loves kids.
He loves kids a lot to a point where he wants to toughen them up a little bit, you know?
He just wants to beat them up.
So I kind of drew this comparison, but to me, Kurono is basically like this fighting game player that's like a pro at fighting games. But instead of wanting to fight against like people of his own similar skill level, he just wants to play noobs and like kids that have never played the game before.
Weak.
Yeah,
AKA pub stomp.
Yeah, he's literally there to just curb stomp on any nooblets.
He's no loser.
No.
Oh god, no.
Yeah, he's not.
Bringing Jake all back.
He's not a loser. And yeah, he has an interesting ability itself. He has like this demonic, arm to him, and he looks cool too. Also, he's like kind of like all blacked out with the death skulls around him.
Yeah.
And it was cool because Shinra gets into the labs and they want to test out his Adela Link.
Mm-hmm.
That was their cover, but they just wanted to see what was inside the Hijima labs, what they were doing.
But I guess Shinra used to be there, but he doesn't remember.
No, he does remember.
He
the
does?
thing is that he said it himself that from basically the time when when his mom first turned into an infernal and his brother disappeared, he was taken in by Hajime, and he stayed there from age 5 to 12, and then after age 12 he joined the Fire Force Academy.
It was funny though. His little boots. Thing.
Oh yeah, his boots, so that way he doesn't
like
use
robotic legs.
Yeah, so that way he doesn't use his fire powers. Yeah.
Yeah, covered in liquid nitrogen.
Yeah.
But yet, Shinra gets to spar with Chrono.
Yeah.
And
I guess before then they saw each other, and that's what creeped them out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He before he came in, he was scared, but for some reason, he didn't remember why he was scared, right?
Yeah, the thing is that Shinra never officially faced off against Kurono. He was never a part of like Kurono's experiments where he's like, fighting this obvious adult that has the same firepower as like a captain of the fire force,
Because prior to that, I think he was a teenager, right? And he was strapped up when he barely entered the place.
He was a kid, yeah, but he wasn't a teenager as far as I know.
I think you're talking about Chrono, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when
he first got introduced.
Yeah. I guess
he
so.
was all strapped up.
Yeah. Chrono was like in a straight jacket and stuff. He was Chris Angel basically.
Yeah, just scaring the kids.
Well, he scared him.
Yeah.
But yeah, now they're in the test room and they're showing off their powers, and I really dig Chrono's ability with the whole black smoke,
mist,
the black smoke itself, and how he could predict Shinra's moves, even though Shinra goes Mach speed.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
and it's a really cool fight, and And he's not even done with him. He's loving the fight so much that he wants to go for round 2 on this.
So then he brought up his smoke and he covered the whole room so you can't see through the glass because they were telling him, hey, stop.
Yeah, those scientists like really wanted to see what the Adalo Link can do.
Yeah.
They wanted to straight up just like, get tested information. They're like, oh yes, use the Adalo Link, use it. But yeah, he wasn't. Shinra wasn't having any of that. He just wanted to kick this guy's ass for abusing kids.
Yeah, and that's where the anime ends there.
Yeah. So
good introduction, I guess, to the new arc, this new little arc.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes from there. And next, on to the next anime, Dragon's Dogma. Episode 3.
This episode does not focus on lust.
No, but it focuses on envy.
Yes.
Which it begins with Ethan and the girl
Hannah
onto their journey, continuing on and stuff. When they hear a cry for help in the middle of the road, and these goblins are attacking, this woman.
This woman and three other guys, 2 of which are guards, and 1, which is actually her husband.
Yes, it does. The husband is a scaredy cat. He's a little good for nothing.
Yeah, he's not very helpful at all.
Not very helpful. Not very athletic. And as we see his wife just get basically almost raped.
Almost raped, yeah.
By the goblins, because goblins be goblins, right?
Yeah.
and the husband was just standing there. And the 2 guards are like, hey, go help, man. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
We already got our hands full over here to cover her. And that's when our boy, Ethan, shows up like a great hero he is.
It's funny that the Guardian said, don't go.
Yeah. I like her reason. She was like, don't get into Kool-Aid. Like, let's just continue our journey.
It's like, you have a journey to go to. This is just a roadblock. You don't need to worry about them. And he's like, no, I gotta do what I can.
I am the hero.
Yeah, I'm the hero, goddammit.
I think it's because Hannah, I think she was able to take a hint before Ethan's like, hey, anywhere that you're gonna go, something bad's probably gonna happen.
Let's just stay away from trouble.
Yeah, but Ethan being Ethan, he's a good. I was gonna say good-hearted man, but then I realized he doesn't even have a heart.
He's just a good man.
He's a good man.
And he kills off scares off all the goblins away.
Well, he slashed multiple of them, and then that's when they got scared and ran away.
Yeah.
And that's when we introduced a little group, which were a couple survivors from a different town that got also attacked by the
dragon.
The dragon itself.
Weren't they they had money?
The husband.
The husband.
Okay, so we're going a little too ahead.
Because they were their guards, right?
No, okay. So basically, the way that the group was set up was that basically, the wife, which is Elizabeth, that's her name, she was married off to the cowardly man, which the name is Theo. Theo was actually the son of a wealthy landlord, or wealthy lord, basically. Yeah. And he had multiple business. He had
the
money.
Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, and then that's when the dragon just completely decimated everything. So now the son of the supposed lord that was, basically had ownership of all this property and all that stuff, basically gone. And when you take the wealth and status away from the man, he basically has nothing. He can't defend himself. He's a scaredy cat. He was literally about to let his wife get raped by goblins.
That's when Elizabeth took a liking to
Ethan. Because Ethan basically had all the qualities that she was looking for in a man in Ethan that she did not find in Theo.
Yep.
And that basically where this sin comes into play. This is where the envy comes into play.
The funny thing is that Ethan did not give anything.
Ethan bigger problems.
I was gonna say it again, but Ethan is a good man. He has his morals, and he's like, no, this is wrong. You have your husband.
What do you
right
mean, man?
there.
He don't feel nothing.
Yeah, I guess not. No, because he doesn't have a heart to punt blood into. Anyway, so that being said, the other two guards.
I guess the main story in general was towards them. Ethan was just there.
Ethan was just there, just kind of like reacting to everything.
Yeah, he was being Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when all that's said and done, a griffin shows up and just distracts the guards. Attacks the guards and Ethan and Hannah. So they're dealing with this random griffin that showed up, and while that's happening, the goblins come for round 2 for Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Well, because I think Elizabeth got up and I guess got scared because they can't take it down.
Did they say it was Elizabeth or was it Theo? I think it was Theo.
Well, I think it would be both of them.
Both
Either
of them. Yeah.
They caused commotion.
Yeah.
And that's what attracted the goblins.
Yeah.
So Theo finally grew some pair, and he defended his wife, defended Elizabeth from the goblins itself, while the other crew is attacking the griffin itself.
They scared the griffin away.
Yeah,
I was hoping for the ultimate. Yes, we conquered the griffin and we were able to like tame him and everything.
Yeah, imagine.
That would be cool. That would have been cool. But that.
Well, I don't think Ethan's ready for that yet. I feel like he's still, getting up there.
Dude,
we're halfway through the series, and he has to have done something.
Episode 3.
There's only 7 episodes.
Oh yeah, that's true.
7 sins, bro.
Unless we go to the 7 virtues. Oh
damn.
Nah.
Foreshadowing. Right, either way, the griffin runs away because griffin be griffin.
Yeah.
And we see everyone's back together. Everyone's safe. Everyone made it out alive. But Theo,
something happened, man.
His rage was still there.
He was still pissed, and he just stabbed his wife and
the whole build up through the whole episode was the peak that hit him was right there towards the end.
Yeah,
because he was slaying all of them at that point, and he lost
his
adrenaline. He lost his train of thought at that point, and he's like, "Oh, I could kill these. Killing feels good,
Yeah,
I'm killing them and stuff. I could do this. I'm powerful, At that point." And that's how he ended up just stabbing her.
Yeah, which completely defeated the purpose.
No, but that was the rage. That was his wrath, his rage towards not being able to, not protect or anything in general.
Yeah, so he just like, what?
Screw you, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
He went kind of like tsundere, like.
In yandere?
Or yandere, my bad.
I guess so.
Yeah. It was like, no one else can have you, only me. And then, he did the
Yeah, I like your interpretation of it.
Pretty much. He didn't want no one to have her.
I still think it was dumb, but...
Yeah,
it wasn't that dumb.
It was pretty dumb.
No, well, like, the only thing that I felt dumb for that episode, it was Ethan in general, because he weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Hannah said. Hannah literally said to not be involved.
I mean, yeah, I feel that's the dumb part. At least the little story between those people is fine. But, yeah, continue.
Overall, this episode was kind of a waste.
It's garble. I mean, okay, so it's obvious that I didn't like it. David liked it. And where do you fall under?
I'm in mid.
In the middle?
I feel like they could have done more with our boy Ethan.
It's because he was not in it in general. If anything, he was just a bystander, and he was just talking to the guards, if anything.
Yeah, the guards had so much screen time.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the guards survived.
Ethan didn't even talk to Elizabeth as much. If anything, Elizabeth was talking more to him in general. He was just chilling there.
She was straight up trying to seduce the man.
Yeah. Well, him in general, he was just looking, up and stuff.
But
he didn't care. He was like, I need to kill this dragon.
I'm just glad that my boys, the guards, survived, even though they weren't able to protect. I like how they were like, oh man, wife is dead, but at least we have one survivor. And then that's when Theo, like, again, Romeo and Juliet himself, yeah.
And now they go just by themselves back to the capital.
Yeah.
And that's the end of that episode.
If you like Shakespeare, you're gonna have a field day with this. But
since this is episode 3, we would like to talk about if we like to keep this anime. So.
Oh yeah, huh?
Robbie, what do you think of this anime itself?
I can. You know what? That one, the episode 3 was just kind of like, man, this is not that great. But the first 2 episodes was really solid. And again, since this is only a 7-episode anime, I'm for continuing it. I mean, I want to see where this goes. I want to see how the other sins are handled.
Yeah.
I want to see where this goes.
Technically, this is your least favorite sin.
This one, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Envy was not as fun as I thought.
I think the
be.
second episode was the best episode.
Second episode was really good. I liked it. I liked where they went with the whole like gluttony thing.
Yeah, gluttony.
Yeah. I like where they went with that.
What about you, Dave? It's a keep.
It's a keep. I enjoy it.
Nice.
I'm 100% like. The thing is, the only thing that just kills it for me, but me in general, is like CGI is always gonna be an issue for me.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of obvious. Some people could like control the CGI to look, realistic, and some look so robotic that you're like, damn, they don't fit in there. Like they don't fit with the art.
It looks photoshopped in.
But it's fine.
Yeah, I think this anime is alright. I guess I'll keep it as well. I mean, like Robbie said, it is 7 episodes.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a keep. We'll see where it goes from there. And
all right, and then next up on our second Netflix anime episode that we're gonna be watching is episode 15 of The Great Pretender. 16. Whoops, I miswrote that one. Yeah, 16. Great episode. I'm really, really enjoying this arc. I like the seriousness of kind of the opposing group that the guys are trying to con here. I like the setup that they're going with, the fact that they brought in Clark from 2 arcs before involved.
Yeah.
And Abby's role too is also great too.
I think everyone's involved now, huh?
Oh yeah. Cynthia and all of them.
Even the old man.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, like the whole gang's back together.
Oh yeah.
Trying to con this underground or criminal organization.
Yeah, child trafficking and all that stuff.
And the way they get their way inside with them is also doing human trafficking, but not just any human trafficking, royalty human trafficking.
Yup.
They say they have a princess they could capture, and it's worth a pretty penny for some people.
It's really funny too to me because the way they do it is that they have Cynthia be basically this international kind of like child trafficking professional.
Yeah.
And her English is actually like really good.
Yes.
For like a Japanese dub. And so
I don't think it was the same person.
You don't think it was her
the Japanese voice actor?
No. I know for a fact that's not her Japanese voice actress. My theory is that because they did the same thing with the Great Pretender English dub, where when the characters are speaking Japanese, they keep the Japanese voice actors, at least with Makoto. So I think with Cynthia, I think they took the English dub, they kept that in, and so that's what we hear when she speaks English is her English dub.
And that's great to like see because that's what makes the world in the anime real.
Yeah.
Just like we could, everyone's talking genuine language.
Like it makes sense when Makoto has like kind of like an accent when he speaks English, but Cynthia, it makes more sense when she can speak proper English because
I wish they had that towards the other arc, the one where it was in London.
Oh, where they speak more like English and stuff. Yeah.
I wish that had.
I think the reason why is because the anime itself is trying to keep us uniform. They're not trying to make like these clashing ideologies as much. They're not trying to explore that. They only do it for like comedy purposes, or if it's like a heist kind of thing where like, oh, this character's from this foreign country or whatever. Yeah. So I think that's kind of what I'm getting at.
International deals.
Yeah, because the first episode in particular was a lot like that, where like Laurent was this foreign,
like in the beginning
tourist.
and then in the
yeah.
In the last arc,
yeah.
But these guys are convinced that they're gonna capture a princess, and they encounter Abby being the princess of this hostage, and they take
Clark was getting beat up.
Yes.
he's even dressed up like his brother Sam, which is really funny.
Yeah, Laurent pointed it out. I was like, man, you look like your brother. Like, that's me, bro.
It's like, no, I meant that as a compliment.
The reason why they did all of that because of the guy. What was his name? I forgot his name.
Makoto?
No, the other guy, the one they're tricking.
Oh,
you're talking about the actual organization.
Yeah, the organization.
his boss,
dude.
yeah.
His boss.
yeah.
We'll just call him. I guess
just call him
mini boss.
Yeah, his mini boss, yeah.
Yeah, the boss to Makoto.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, they were tricking him, and he got convinced really easily. And they take him to the big lady, to
the actual boss.
Yeah, the actual.
The mafia, the Yakuza.
The Yakuza boss, and they offer them a pretty good penny for Abby.
Yeah, it was so many zeros that I even like lost count, but it was really clutch too, because like straight up Cynthia was like, no, it's like we either do dollars or I can just take her to Shanghai. And so it was really weird and kind of uncomfortable, because like the mob lady was like right there smoking her cigarette like right in her face.
Yeah,
and she's like, hey, if you're younger, I could have sold you, and just like immediately grabs her breast right there, Cynthia's breast, and I'm like, what?
And she's trying to still establish dominance, you know?
Pretty much, yeah.
And,
but then that's when she's like, okay, fine, I'll agree to your terms. We'll add like two more zeros to that.
And yeah, Abby's captured, and they have her and the kids that they've been human trafficking in a little building. And Makoto's taking care of everyone.
Hey, and the good news is, with her being a princess, she has access to her own TV and even a game console.
Not just any game console, the Wii, baby.
The Wii with the classic controller. Thought we should mention that.
But yeah, since it's all there, obviously our gang has a plan to escape Abby.
Yep.
And they forge a key when Makoto goes out with his boss.
Goes drinking with his boss.
Yeah, and then they get Abby out, but Makoto don't feel right. He feel like he needs to do the right thing.
Gotta get the kids.
Gotta get the kids out of there, because every time he puts food on the table for them, it's just sad eyes.
Yeah, one of the kids even looks at him with like a glare that literally screams, okay, I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna slit your throat.
So Makoto goes back to go save those kids, but because it was his shift to watch everybody in that building. But then the guy who was there last time forgot his keys or his phone or something.
Yeah, his phone was back in the building.
Yeah.
So Laurent was actually waiting in the van, and he was able to send an emergency text to
it was
to
confusing Makoto. First how you guys explained it. First he was the whole key thing. Then once he got the key thing, he talked to the guy that was working with him. It was like, hey man, go take a break. I'll take the rest of the shift. And that's when he walks out.
Oh, it was Makoto's turn too.
No, he told the guy. He was like, hey.
No, it was his turn to.
Yeah, it was his turn to. It was his turn to do the monitor watch, and then the guy to to actually do the actual watchings, going through the rooms and stuff.
Yeah, that's why he went home.
But he said, hey, you can go home.
And then the Abby thing happened. You said it after.
I'm looking at Omar.
Yeah, no, that's why I was confused when you guys were saying it.
We're all confused. Isn't that what anime's for?
But continue.
Anyway, yeah, it's all good. I understand what you meant. So the main thing is that Makoto wants to bust out the kids, while of course busting out Abby, because his conscious and everything like that. But the kids literally just straight up told him in his face, we got nowhere to go. Our parents sold us or abandoned us. So what are we gonna do when we leave?
Which is a great point they pointed out, because I said the same thing too.
It was that kid that gave him the stare. It was the same kid.
Yep.
Yeah,
the same kid that looked like he wanted to slit his throat too.
But it's like a great point. Like Makoto is good at heart, but he didn't think it through. It was like these kids are like they got kidnapped or they were sold off.
Yeah.
Parents need money and stuff, and God forbid you sell your kid, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah. In those countries.
Yeah, in those
third world countries,
is crazy.
So he tried to do the right thing and it backfired on him, and we're back at square one.
Yeah, and that's when Makoto just kind of thinks to himself, ponders on his own life, and that's when the episode ends.
Yeah, and we'll see where it goes from there. Very sad ending.
Yeah,
but it was very truthful.
Oh yeah.
You could try to save everybody, but how can you really save everybody at the same time? That was the question of the
Big
episode.
brain question. But hey, we still got a few more episodes until the arc ends, so
Yeah.
we'll see where this goes.
Makoto's gonna find a way to get them out, but at least in the right way. He's gonna probably take down the organization.
Oh yeah. I mean
what I think.
that's what the whole build-up is gonna be for in general. I mean,
Yeah.
every heist or con is starts off and leads off into that. So we'll see how this goes.
Hopefully find them a home and they're like, this is where you guys could be all together.
Yeah.
He sends them over to the mafia dude from LA.
Oh, from the first arc?
Yeah.
I don't think he would want those kids.
Hey, come on, man.
He's already have his kid.
Maybe his kid might want some siblings.
The guy wants to do a cheaper by the dozen moment.
It's like Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt
Oh god.
adopting all these like orphans.
And alright, that's when we get the real juice.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the main course, baby. We're going to the fall anime now.
Yes, the beginning of the fall anime. It's not all of them.
Yeah.
Half of them so far. Next week we'll get the rest of the animes, of the fall animes. So for now we have
This is a good taste of kind of like what we're gonna be seeing this season.
yes. And to start off with is
Tonikazu Kawaii, also known as Fly Me to the Moon.
Over the moon for you. And fly me.
Let me break among the stars.
episode 1. We get introduced to a young boy named Nasa.
Yuzaki Nasa, yeah.
Yes, and how he got his name from his father, from the kanji of the
Starry Skies.
Starry Skies.
Which,
But his name backfired on him because NASA, as everyone knows in the entire world, is also known for his space, program.
space exploration and space research in general.
So everybody makes fun of him because of his name. So for that not to happen to him, he takes his studies very seriously. He takes it to a point so no one makes fun of him.
He's trying to be on top.
A's, yep.
Yes.
Keep rising to the top.
Because if once you're in the top, no one can make fun of you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he's at school. I think he's in middle school, but he's about to enter high school.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
He's about to enter high school. He's trying to do his exams to enter high school, and he's so cocky. He's going to the pristine high school that he could think of.
Mm-hmm.
And all he needs to do is just pass the test and let's go, baby. But on that fateful night, it was snowing, and he stumbled upon a beautiful girl.
Mm-hmm.
A beautiful girl that he could not like miss his opportunity, because if he did, it would be over, like Princess Kaguya going to the moon. So he sees her across the street, so he jaywalks it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, well, without thinking, he just keeps looking at her, and he jumps over the little railing thing and he continues walking. And then that's when he reaches out for her, or he yells, and then here it comes.
Truck-kun!
Truck-kun!
Truck-kun makes an appearance again. And but
no isekai.
He does not get isekai this
Yeah,
time.
I actually was I kind of forgot about what this anime was was about and everything. So I kind of I saw him in the beginning, in the intro scene. You actually see the aftermath of him getting hit and everything. So I actually thought this was gonna be isekai.
After Truck-kun hits?
Yeah.
Yeah. Truck-kun did not isekai this person, and he did not kill this kid.
Yeah.
Instead, the girl that he was looking at saved him.
Yep.
I don't know how. I don't know how it happened. There was no aftermath.
It was a quick flash.
Yeah, it was a quick, vampire. I like to say, saved the day, but he was bleeding. He was losing a lot of blood, but he didn't care because his opportunity was now. Damn it! and he was gonna get a name.
Yeah.
If he was gonna kill him or not.
Truck driver was like, "What are you talking about? We gotta get you to the hospital. What are you doing?" Literally just bolted off. Even though
he gave like a zombie ass look and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was like, I can't lose my opportunity, man. You gotta understand what blood is squirting out of his head.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, man. And that's when he runs forward.
It's like, where is she?
Where is she? And she's at a bus stop. She's at a very cool bus stop with a little box.
Yeah.
Inside, and he, basically like confesses like he has like feelings, like love at first sight, basically.
Oh yeah.
For this woman, and she's like, overwhelmed, but she's just like, you're being dumb.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what love is or whatever.
He goes into the bus stop. She wipes off his blood and everything. Gives him her cardigan and everything to keep him warm and all that. And he's just like, wait. When she says goodbye, he's literally like, no, I have to do this. And even though like he literally cannot like walk properly because his legs are broken.
He stumbles down because he was gonna walk to her.
Yeah, I mean, mind you, this man was hit by a truck.
Yes.
I don't think we've explained this enough.
Oh.
He got hit by a truck.
And his legs were broken.
Yeah,
his legs were broken.
But that's not gonna stop him, David.
Yeah. No.
So his adrenaline's still kicking in one last time, and he's like, I gotta have a name.
Yeah, because he was at a point where he was gonna pass out. She even said it like, "Oh, you're about to,
You're about to die.
Yeah.
You're about to die.
I'm gonna call the ambulance. They'll come for you.
Yeah,
I'm gone."
He basically just dubs everything. He's like, "I love you. You're the one. You're my Princess Kaguya."
Yeah.
And yeah, but she's like, if you love me, would you marry me? And
yeah, it's like, she said, yeah, sure, I'll go with you, only if we get married. And he said, yes, I will marry you. And then that's when he passes out, and yeah, he goes through, wakes up in the hospital. He has to go through rehab and all that jazz.
I think like 4 years passed by or something like that.
Yeah, like quite a few. Yeah,
a couple years passed
time.
by after that whole event, which he gave up on life.
They literally said that, hey, if she wasn't there to save you, you would have died instantly.
Yeah.
You literally would have been isekai.
So for him to like encounter her again, he gets like a regular job at a convenience store. Hopefully one day stumble upon her.
Yeah.
And if destiny awaits with her.
Mm-hmm.
And
he gets home. He makes food, right? And then all of a sudden
it was like a normal day, normal night, and then he gets a knock on the door, and it's her.
Lo and behold, it is her.
Yeah, it is her. Tezuka? That's her name, I think?
Oh, he asked for the name.
No, it's Tsukasa.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Tsukasa.
Oh, is that the whole name?
Yeah, well, we don't know her family name or anything. It's literally like what we know her name is.
What she gave to him.
Yeah, what she gave to him, yeah, is Tsukasa. And this isn't just a regular second meeting of like, hey, how you doing or anything. No, she came prepared. She brought in a marriage document.
Oh yeah, she was very serious.
At first, before later on what happens, I thought they're both young. I was like, at first, my mind, I was like, damn, they're young. How are they gonna get married? And then continue.
Yeah, and then so he brings it up. So she brings it up, the marriage documents, like, well, are you actually, like, were you not serious when he said that? He straight up says, nope, no, I'm serious. I've been literally been thinking about you for, like, a long time. So we're doing this. I'm going to sign my name and everything. We're going to get this show on the road.
And yeah, they go through it. They go the whole full commitment. They do it at night.
He was confused.
She knew of like a 24-hour marriage registration office.
Yeah, they give us a whole explanation about that, and they get a cool little bonsai tree kind of gift for them being married.
No. So
remember what I said?
Yeah. So they turned in the marriage registration and everything, and the guy, the registrar, I guess, the guy behind the counter, he was like saying, hey, you're underage,
She's 16, right?
Yeah.
And,
yeah,
and
16
he's
or 17, yeah.
18 or
He's 18, yeah.
Yeah, he's 18.
Yeah. And so it's like, and he said, yes, you have parents' permission, and she was like, yep, I have that right here in this document. Oh. Yeah. So I guess the parents are cool. And,
but then he asks like, aren't our parents supposed to be here? And he's like, no, you guys are fine, you know.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you guys are young, you guys are getting married, and that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So here you go. Here's the bonsai tree. We have these for newlyweds, and yeah, happy married life.
And yeah, now they're a happy couple.
They're a married couple now.
Married couple.
And that's the end of the episode. But before it ends, we've realized that hey, married couples sleep in the same room now. Oh. So yeah, that's we're gonna be seeing that, I guess. Yeah. And that's the end of the episode, which for a lot of anime is usually the end point.
Very true. Very true. Good thinking about that.
Yeah, but yeah.
This one has a different look in general.
Yeah. This one is very much so like, yeah, this is where...
It's funny that we went through time. We went from them being in middle school to already...
Well, it kind of helps that he gets hit by a truck.
Yeah,
and so he has to...
failed his mission.
Yeah, he has to literally rehab himself to kind of learn to walk and feel pain again, pretty much.
So we go to adulthood. So just young adults being young adults.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
I guess since the first episode, we might as well like let our impressions kind of.
What is your impression of this show?
It's interesting. It's a very unique concept, I guess, because it's a romance anime it starts off with the couple getting married. I'm really curious to kind of see where they lead and like why she was as ready as she was and why she even did this in the first place, because this is a very unusual situation. Up until like I could even argue even past the part where he gets hit by a truck and he goes to rehab and everything. Like I feel like that's even more normal compared to when she pulls out the marriage registration and then there you go, let's get married. I'm really curious to see kind of where this goes. And yeah. It's very interesting. Rating wise, I'd give this a 6 for now. 6 out of 10. It's an above average. It's intriguing to me in that it's a concept I haven't really seen done. But it all depends on kind of like where they go from here. Because again, the fact that this all happened in the first episode, it can either mean that they have a lot in store for us to show, to kind of like see where this whole married before knowing each other's situation leads to, or they just kind of blew their load on the first episode. I don't know.
Omar,
we'll have to wait and see.
I'm with Robbie. Well, actually no. It's very cute. I like to say it's a romantic comedy and all that, and it's, like Robbie mentioned, it's like literally I saw Love First Sight to we got married. And it's very cool to see a different concept in the love comedy. It was enjoyable to watch. I love the names, NASA and stuff. They're very memorable. And I want to see like what's her whole deal. Why is she doing this? What's her whole goal? Like is she really? Because my kind of thing is like she's kind of like a vampire or like supernatural creature or something like that.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of like the feeling I get from her. So that's my take. I give it a 5. It's cool to see, but it's just for the first episode, it was good. It was alright.
For me, I think the thing that won me over was the comedic side. There was a lot of funny moments.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
There was a lot of funny moments with the characters.
Yeah, when the blood like gushes open from his head, that was funny.
I felt like it was like Nichoji. What is that? What do you call it? The anime?
Nichijou?
Yeah.
It's not like Nichijou.
No, but I mean the face reactions and stuff.
No, it's still not. I'm watching Nichijou right now. I'm watching Nichijou on my own time. It's not like it.
He has those. He would do like face reactions. Now, don't compare it to that, but in general, his face thing. And then.
Sure, I guess, yeah.
Oh my god, I'm not comparing it to that.
I'm sorry, man. I'm literally watching it right now.
I
and
know.
I'm like,
now, well, I'm not saying it.
No, I know.
But the comedic parts are pretty funny, and that's what.
Oh yeah, no,
that's
I
what
can
wins.
agree with that.
Like if there was no comedic part in the show, I would have just tossed it aside.
Right. No, I hear you. No, I'm like I said, I'm curious to see where it goes.
And I feel like Omar too, where he said it's what do you call it? Supernatural?
Yeah.
I have a feeling it might be supernatural since we're gonna be introduced to other characters. I don't know. The opening gave it away in a way.
Yeah, I mean that's what anime openings does in a nutshell.
Kind of hate that, but it happens. But yeah, but the show's entertaining so far. I give it a 6 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Same as me then.
All right, and the next follow-up anime of this fall. Yeah, fall.
Yeah. Fall. We're in fall now.
Fall.
Is called Sigururi.
Sigururi. That's the shortened title. Omar.
I'm sorry that I'm butchering all these names, guys.
It's fine. There's a lot of anime this season that with very long titles.
Yes, and it's very cool. It starts off with these random pillars showing up in our world, and it's up to humanity to destroy these things. And
the Navy.
Yes, the Air Force, the Navy, everyone's joining forces, and we all suck.
The United
has...
States right now.
The UN itself is just it's not kicking. So they even talk about how we should not even ask help from the gods, and that's when our man Odin himself shows up, and he's like, that's not true.
What is this kid doing here?
Yeah, he's in a little boy body for whatever reason, and then even when they show his actual body, he's a wizard.
Yeah, which is weird.
I guess it's a different timeline, and he's like, I could do whatever. I'm a god.
Yeah,
right.
Sure.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. But yeah, Odin shows up, and he helps the humans, and with the help of his Valkyries. And lo and behold, that when the Valkyries show up, the humans finally have an upper hand to destroy these pillars. And we get introduced to one called Claudia.
The Grim Reaper. I had to mention that because they mention it throughout the whole thing.
Well, that's what she called herself in general. They called her something else, right?
Oh, they call her the big hero, the
hero.
Valkyrie to save all, stuff like that.
The
Savior,
blessed one or whatever. Yeah.
But
she called herself, the Grim Reaper, because everyone would die.
Yes.
Yeah, she has a reputation of whatever mission she's in, she's always a sole survivor.
Yeah, because she's super great in her.
She's an S-class warrior
With her aircraft. With her World War I aircraft.
I was about to say World War II. Yeah, no, straight up World War I.
Yeah.
The World War I biplanes, like the Red Baron or something.
I also forgot to mention this first episode of this anime was 48 minutes long. So
it was a doozy.
It was longer than usual.
It didn't need to be, in my opinion, but
Yeah, I mean it for a first episode, it set up a lot, and I kind of enjoyed it.
It kept you entertained in a way.
Yeah. And so, since Claudia's a bad jinx, and due to events, they lost one of the Valkyries in Japan, so they decided to send her over there to fill in the shoes.
Yep.
And that's where we get introduced to our other members, our other
pilots.
Other girl pilots. We got Miko, the red pilot girl.
Yep.
Sonato, the pink girl, and Azuzu. I think that's her name, which is the leader of this group, and
the leader of the bunch.
You know her well.
Yeah.
And they help escort Claudia back to the base because she's getting attacked by this weird jellyfish thing. I don't know what it was.
It was another.
They're pillars. They're all pillars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're all pillars. That's what all the enemies are called.
Oh, okay. And once they handle the situation with the aid of Claudia, they introduce themselves in the new base that she's gonna be staying at. They introduce,
she was gonna resign too.
Who, Claudia?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the whole
thing.
The Grim Reaper.
Her whole status, yeah. So she was gonna retire.
Yeah, but
that's when they transferred her from Europe to the Japanese.
Yes, and everybody welcomes them with open arms. Like, it's very different from where she was originally staying at, because everything looks gloom and gleam, like everyone's like sad and depressed,
just like the real Europe.
And and then over here in Japan, everyone's having a good time. They're just making whatever they can of it. Like they're just still enjoying everyday activities like playing soccer, or
the Japanese spirit,
eating delicious food and stuff like that. And Claudia's dumbfounded. She's like, wow, I never seen this side of humanity. Yeah, because she is a Valkyrie, and she hopes to keep this peace and this base, but Claudia and her being the MC, danger happens, and they're sent out to the first attack on a pillar in the middle of a sea.
all the guys were cool too. The repair dudes, the mechanics. And stuff.
The mechanics and the
staff,
the commander. Commander
was cool.
Yeah,
they all seem cool, lovable characters. And they go straight into action, and they're fighting these pillars, and they're coordinating their attacks, and some of them go successfully, some of them kind of mess up. I'm looking at you, Miko. Yeah. And all said is done.
And don't forget that when she went to suit up, when they were suiting up and stuff, she was showing respect before grabbing a sword.
Yes.
And which actually comes into play later. Yeah, Miko. Yeah. She grabbed a sword, so that comes into play later.
Yeah.
They're all they're doing their tactics and everything like that. The U.S. Well, not the U.S.
It was entertaining. The
dog fighting. Yeah, the dog fighting was pretty well done.
Yeah, and each of these girls have their own like custom aircrafts. Like
and see this part was cool because it was CGI, but it was just the planes themselves.
Yeah.
When it got to the characters, it would be a close up of the character, and it would be just drawn, and then it would go back.
It was melded pretty well. I'd say it was blended pretty well.
And they adjusted the situation. There was a big problem how they couldn't find the pillar itself because it was underwater. They were like, damn, how are we gonna get this pillar out of here?
I love how they said, like, wait a minute, pillars need land. Wait a minute, this pillar is actually carrying land with it. It's like, okay, I guess that makes sense.
Hey man, it's a pillar.
So they had to fish it out of there, and
they started blasting.
Yeah, they started blasting at this thing, which it looked like a whale kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
it looked like a giant whale.
But that moment was funny because they were just shooting the water. They're like blasting explosions, bombs, everything.
Yeah, because they knew where it was. It's just trying to get that damn sucker out of there.
They were fishing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was the operation, fishing, right?
Yep.
And they, like David said, they started blasting, and the core reveals itself, and even with Miko's signature missiles landing, it did not do the damage.
Nope.
So she does the final blow with the sword and just slices the core, causing a mass explosion.
Yeah,
and forgot about the tree.
No, that's what
the prior tree though.
You
go.
Yeah, and then like what Dave was gonna say, there's a kind of like the world tree itself. That's
Yggdrasil.
Yes, which this whole anime is based off Norse mythology, if you couldn't tell. So there's a Yggdrasil, which is the world tree itself. When every time they destroy a pillar, a part of the tree itself comes back to life.
Yep.
So our MC got scared since I guess the tree itself emerged from the thing and got everyone that was there. All the girls were pretty much in that whole area.
Yeah. And it was a really like interesting fake. I mean, I kind of saw the fake out coming from like a mile away.
Yeah.
It's because it gave back I guess for her, it gave back her flashback where everyone died prior to the other pillar.
But I mean, story-wise, it also makes sense too because she's so used to like everybody literally in her squad die.
Yeah.
Her being the last surviving member. But then, it turns out that like all the girls and everybody else were okay because they were able to land on the soft, bushy part of the tree.
Yes. And that was it, right?
That was it. They had like a nice like kind of like epilogue in a
up.
way.
You know, they all gathered up and stuff. Like, you're part of the team.
Now you're part of this base, baby. And that was the end of this 1 hour episode.
Yeah, we were able to. I mean, for the most part, like I said, we were able to crunch it quite nice. But for the, like I said, for the most part, for me, it personally didn't really need to be like 40, like a full hour.
Yeah.
But I mean, for what it was, they were able to, I guess, you know, in a way, flesh out the
it's so you
world
could connect
more.
to the characters too.
I guess, yeah.
You know, like what this episode does, like it just sets up the world and then introduces to all the girls.
My favorite girl's the gray haired chick.
The tsundere?
Yeah.
Oh no, Claudia? The main.
Both Claudia and her.
Oh, okay. The
my
tsundere.
favorite ones.
The tsundere, yeah.
Zuzu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Miko.
Yeah, Miko being bubbly. Yeah, she really reminded me of like Akko from My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Oh, My Hero Academia. Little Witch Academia. Little Witch Academia. Yeah.
Was it this show? The pink hair girl looked like the girl from Punchline. Remember? Omar?
Oh man.
Do you remember the pink hair girl?
I do remember. Yeah.
Yeah. She looked like her, huh?
Yeah, she had that same hairstyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was a solid first episode. I mean,
Yeah.
not fair that I got an hour, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. It did feel like it was dragging a little bit. Anyway,
go Rappy.
For impressions, it's pretty solid for what it is. You know, it's I honestly thought it was like a
I had low expectations for this.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll go.
I thought it was like derived from an app game, but it turns out I guess it's its own original project, made by the same, I think, like creative team by ReZero. I have to look into it more. But for what it is, it's pretty solid. I think the 1 hour, I think for me personally, I think it went on a little bit too long. I think that kind of like burnt me out a little bit.
Yeah.
But the like you said, the dog fighting was entertaining. The characters, banter and all that stuff was pretty cool. It took a little while to kind of like adjust to the fact that you have these professionally trained pilots, these fighter pilots, and then you have like the little girls that are like piloting like World War I airplanes, and it's actually like
aircraft.
Yeah, I think to me it's like, I think what kind of like throws me off is like they should have just like, to me I feel like they should have just set it to like World War I and just kind of like had that going, maybe, but
it
I don't know.
They differ. Continue.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the rest of the series is gonna be able to justify the fact that this is the modern day rather than it being set to World War I or the World War I era, I guess.
Yeah.
What's your
But we'll just have to wait and see. Rating wise, I'd say it's like in the middle, like probably like in the middle. At first I was thinking of giving it like a 4.5, but after after explaining kind of like what went on and everything, thinking back, I think it's definitely not a 4.5. It's more or less like a 5. So right in the middle for me. It does really remind me of like stuff like Azure Lane or like any other like app game kind of like anime story where it's like you have an ensemble of characters and you're gonna expect like maybe more, because there were also like more that was like on base too.
There was other Valkyries.
There were other Valkyrie, that were like kind of like in the background. So that's kind of like where I am right now. I'm at a 5. We'll just have to wait and see kind of like where this goes and everything, and see where we go from there.
Yeah, for me, I was very scared too. It reminded me a lot of Azure Lane or KK Collection, and I was like, oh.
Well, not Azure Lane.
Well, like that concept, like a bunch of girls on the screen.
If anything, it's more like Sakura.
Yeah, and so I was kind of scared, like, to see a bunch of girls on the screen and like doing cute things, but they took the thing seriously with like the pillars in itself and the whole crew. So it was entertaining to watch. Like I said, the whole hour thing was a bit too much, like Robbie said here. And for me, I'm in the same boat. It's a 5. I would have given it lower, but it's solid first episode, I like to say. What about you, David?
Well, for me in general, it was pretty entertaining. For an hour long, I thought I would like go out like in 30 minutes or something, but by the end of the show, I was like, wow, we finished? Whoa. So it caught, the ride, the enjoyment through the whole episode was pretty fun. Yeah. And from what you guys said, I don't think it's like Azure Lane. In fact, Azure Lane is more like they are the ships. They are the thing. These girls are pilots, but I guess little girls.
Yeah, I mean, like I know it's not exactly like Azur Lane because, like again, like you said, they're the personification of ships, whereas here, they're the pilots. But no, I meant more so because of the fact that they're relying on the force of cute girls being like the front line of like this impending force. That's kind of like what I meant more so.
And I guess in general, the other thing that you said is like the only reason why I think they stuck to those planes in general maybe is that they like the planes in general, and that makes it like different compared to the other planes that we saw throughout the whole episode.
It definitely gives it like more of their own identity for sure. But
because I noticed that all 4 of the planes were different. Yeah. I think Claudia was the newest one, while the other 3 like were ancient. That's what I saw.
Not that ancient. I mean, like.
Well, they're old compared to Claudia's.
Compared to these F2 fighter jets, you know.
Oh my God! No, the B2s. Oh my God! The fact that they did the B2s dirty like that.
I know, right?
poor guys, man. It was so sad how they died. Poor
guy. Those planes are state of the art.
That one last dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He just sees Claudia's plane pass by.
Oh my God!
And
Could
like,
press the eject button, but maybe it's not worth. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So what's your rating?
Yeah.
So the rating in general, it's a 6 as well.
Okay.
All right. I like this David.
I'll compare to the other David.
Yeah, the 5s, and now we're getting 6s. To the next anime.
You go for this one.
You could say this one.
Assault Lily Bouquet. Thanks, guys. Episode 1. And if you were tired of hearing about cute girls doing stuff, well, this is not for you either.
Nope.
This is cute girls battling big monsters.
I like the robots.
They're called
though.
huge.
Oh yeah, huge.
They're huge.
And it's just cute girls with big old swords and weapons
and thighs.
We got introduced to Ray.
No. Here's the thing, right? So the warriors are called lilies.
Yes.
Her name is Riri.
There it goes.
And in Japanese, the R's and the L's are very similar. So, man, Riri, Lily. Oh, man. Yeah. Anyway.
Yes, but yeah, we get introduced to Riri. She wants to become
a lily.
A lily. So she goes to school. She stumbles upon Kaide.
Prior to that too, it was crazy with the environment too. I don't know if you guys noticed it through the show. It was like all rusted and old. Everything was.
Yeah. It gave me.
The thing is that the CGI for the what was it? The
tram?
Tram, yeah. It was so like bad, but when you looked at the background, it looked so nice.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. I honestly didn't really focus on the tram too much. I mean, other than that one remark I made with Omar where I called it like it came straight from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Mm-hmm. The backgrounds actually do remind me a lot like something like Nier Automata, where you have like, you know, the days gone, like civilization of modern humankind that basically went the way of the dogs. Like it nature took over where mankind once was. So I like that. I like that kind of aesthetic, and this anime has a lot of that.
This anime was pretty.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Very pretty.
Speaking of pretty, the thighs.
No, we get introduced to the new girl, the other girl, the rich girl.
Kaide, that's what we were talking about. Kaide, yeah.
Yeah, Kaide, she's like a spoiled brat kind of attitude at first. She's like, oh, what are you doing here? Like, you think you're better than me and all that. And, you know, she's also going to the same school and all that. And that's where we get introduced to Yu.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple girls.
Well, we do have an ensemble of girls, but thankfully the episode's main focus was on these 3 in particular.
Yes, Riri, Yu, and Kaide, because literally like the first 10 minutes is like character after character after character, and it was too much to kind of keep up.
Because they were in a, I guess, fight.
Yes,
in a way.
They were gonna spar on the first day, but The teacher came in. She was like, "No, don't do any of that."
Not on my watch.
Wait, that was a teacher? That felt like a student.
We called her teacher. I'm pretty sure she's a student.
I don't know, man. She was wearing the same outfit.
No. I know what you're saying. I'm pretty sure she is a student. But with her attitude and her demeanor,
if anything,
me and Omar just joked around calling her a teacher. So she's a teacher to us. Doesn't matter if she's a student. She's a teacher.
We'll see next episode, right?
Yeah, but she basically gives them assignment. Why do I call her teachers? Because she gave them assignment. What kind of random student gives assignments to random students?
Or probably president.
Oh, true. Well, either way, they gave them assignments to go fight the monsters that are patrolling the area.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Riri, Yu, and Kaide,
yeah.
They're together and they're gonna fight whatever's on their way. And we get a little backstory of Riri, why she wanted to become a lily itself, because she was inspired.
She was saved by Yu.
She was saved by Yu, who's like way different from when she first encountered her to now, where she's like more mopey and depressed kind of vibe she gives out now. And when the action kicked in, it was solid. It was solid action.
The action with the CGI monster. It was pretty cool.
It blended well.
That was an awesome monster or whatever, or huge.
Yeah, huge.
The huge. Yeah, they're called huge.
The monster itself was pretty cool though.
Yeah,
because it would like morph or would change to a different part. Like the blades would like rip apart and they become other blades. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, so whenever the action kicked in, it was entertaining to watch.
Yep.
And then
did they mention what their weapons are called? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. But
no, they're called charms.
Charms?
They're called charms. Yeah.
There you go.
They're called charms. Yeah.
Like the way to activate it was like the rings or something.
Yeah, the rings are like in sync with it.
It reminded me of God Eater in a way, where like they have like the things around the wrist.
Yeah.
And like to activate the God Eater.
Instead of the bracelets, it's their rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. But they fight this monster and they kick ass and take names.
Yep. And
then Riri, pushes because I guess the huge just comes from above and stuff, and no, was it from above? Oh no, materials from the building broke and it was
debris
gonna fall on what's her name? The other girl?
Kaide,
yeah.
Oh, and she pushes Kaide off.
She pushes Kaide into the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Yu was gonna slash her in half, and it was gonna be awesome. But damn you, Riri.
Hey, but it's cool though, because Riri's charm turned into a sword, and she was able to pull off that epic Gainax pose.
Yes.
I felt like more like Kill la Kill with her big sword.
Okay, when I say Gainax, I mean Trigger and Gainax. I just say Gainax because of Gurren Lagann.
Well, the reason why I said is because
I know it's the same. It's the same people. They did the same pose with Promare too.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Like I said, it's originally like from it's a Gainax thing, but yeah.
Yeah. So the huge like pours, I guess, his fluids onto him, and they end up being in
quarantined. They end up being quarantined. Yeah.
Yeah, because they got
cuts and scratches.
They got cuts, scratches, bruises, and goops.
For how much months? Or was it a month?
No, it was like a couple hours.
Couple hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going into like years or month territory like in God of High School or in Fly Me to the Moon.
Yeah, so it was a couple hours. And
okay. I was trying to remember.
All the girls in the school throw, the newcomers.
The entrance ceremony.
The girl that hated Ri.
Kaide,
oh yeah, she had a huge turnaround because like immediately she went from hating Riri because of how poor and whatever she was, like oh you're just like my lackey, to like literally just super affectionate to her, just hugging her and like super attached.
Yeah, and that's where the episode ends.
Yeah. Overall, honestly, if I were to compare this one and the other one that we watched, the last.
Oh, the Valkyrie one?
Yeah, Sigurdrifa.
Sigurdrifa.
I think I'm more attached to this one, mainly because I think it's mainly because of the fact that there were like there's probably like less going on, and like I think the aesthetic is also kind of like more pleasing and stuff.
I got you, man. You know you want the thighs.
Oh, the thighs, yeah, no, I'm transparent about that too.
Me and Robert were counting down how many thigh shots were in this first episode.
Just the zoom-ins alone were like
I told
12.
you guys. I told you straight out from that trailer. Like this is gonna be just thighs.
Yeah, it's thighs for days.
Thighs for days.
But no, I mean, like, the character Riri is also, like, interesting, and, like, they have, like, I guess, they show, like, a lot of, like, relationships and stuff, too, which, you know, they delve into here. And I think, rating-wise...
we forgot about the we ended up seeing the girl again, the gray-haired girl.
Yeah.
Because we thought she was dead. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you guys thought she was dead. I didn't.
Or
really
Omar
have-
thought.
I thought.
Yeah, Omar
I didn't
thought
really-
she was dead.
I didn't think she was dead or at all.
I feel like
or
we'll play a
anything.
bigger part next episode.
Yeah, she's gonna play a big part, I think.
Yeah, so overall rating wise, I would give this one 6.5. 6. I'll give this one a 6. It's above average for me. I'm curious to see where this goes, and yeah, over to you, Omar.
Yeah, from the Valkyrie one to this one, they're both very similar. You know, cute girls doing cool stuff, like, you know, dogfighting to kicking ass and taking names with their big swords. When the action kicks in this anime, it kicks in. Like, it's from 0 to 100 real quick. But the characters, you know, I probably have to get more time with them. For the little time, you know, this one was, you know, traditional 22 minutes compared to the Valkyrie one, so that's not fair. But it was fine to me, and like David wanted to mention, thighs were real in this anime.
if anything, continue before I continue my story.
And yeah, for my rating, same 5. I give it a 5 as well. Both these animes, they were solid openings. Go, David.
All right, for me in general. All right. Compared to, I guess, to both, again, like how you guys think, I thought of it differently. More the other one was more serious, and then this one was more lewd, if anything. There was a lot of shots in this anime that I'm like, my God. The editing on this episode was wild.
It's just thighs, man.
No, there was different camera angles too. I was like, wow, you guys really like paying attention to specific areas. But yeah, no, but the story in general, it was fun and enjoyable. Yeah. The whole fighting style and all that was pretty fun. You know, the sword fight, the what do you call it? The rich girl with her weapon too. That was awesome.
Yeah, I think she was very flashy.
Yeah, she was the most flashiest one out of all of them. And what do I give this? Also a 6.
All right.
A solid 6 again.
Nice, bro. My man with the 6s.
You get a 6. You get a 6. No, but yeah, so far the train's been going. At least, you know, the episodes didn't, you know, kill me. Other than one.
Yeah.
But continue. Next.
Next anime we're gonna be talking about is I'm gonna say the Japanese name. Omar, do you have the English name up?
I do.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about 100 Man no Inochi no Ue ni Ore wa Tatteiru.
Also known as I'm Standing on a Million Lives.
Yeah, I'm Standing on a Million Lives. That's what we're gonna call it from now on. But yeah, this one is an isekai. It starts off with the main character Yotsuya, hating the world of his life in Tokyo, calling it a shithole. Yeah. And they show his life prior, like just kind of like as a recluse.
He was a NEET.
Yeah. No, he's not a NEET. He went to school. He was an otaku. He was just a loner, if anything.
Oh, okay.
He was in education. You know, he still went to school, but he would not interact with anybody. He would not talk with anybody, not talk with friends or anything like that. But he did notice all the popular girls and, like, you know, all the pretty girls and stuff that were like, you know, she's perfect and all that. He would notice that. But the part that would kind of elevate him to be more proactive, I guess, if you want to call it, is when he played video games.
Gamer.
He was a gamer through and through, and he felt that exhilarating rush of beating a boss.
Yes.
And then he turned around.
Yeah, and then he turns around. It's really weird. He turns around and just within a matter of like a few seconds, just goes back to neutral.
He was so happy, and then he was like, "Damn."
Yeah, it just shows how fleeting emotions can be.
Yeah.
I guess that were his friends. Probably, maybe.
Game he was playing?
No. The picture he looked at, that guy.
Oh, yeah. They showed like a childhood picture where I guess he wasn't always like this. I'm guessing, but
he had a better.
We don't know.
Pass.
We don't know too much about that yet. But what we do know is that the next day, I assume, at school, he was being told that by the teachers and stuff. It's like, get your attitude straight. You can't always keep doing this or whatever. Yeah. And he noticed that two girls, one the athlete and the other one was also kind of like a shy girl that was secretly popular. They were talking to each other, which is something that he never noticed.
Prior to that, for me, I guess in general, I didn't get it. What? Was that the girl that was missing?
Are you talking about Shindu?
Shindo? No, Shindo was the athlete. Yeah, she was the athlete.
No, the other girl.
Oh,
Kuzue?
Yeah, was she the missing one? Because apparently some girl.
She
was
wasn't missing because she was at classroom. No, she was in the class. Oh, maybe she was. Maybe she was missing for 2 weeks.
Beginning, like they were talking about.
Yeah, they were saying they were missing for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
she was missing.
But she came back. Yeah, she.
They were making all rumors about her and stuff.
Yeah, but she did come back to school. I didn't really pay attention.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. that caught me off guard. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Where is she?
But yeah, that's when he's at the chalkboard, which I don't know why they still have chalkboards. Random flowers pop out like SpongeBob SquarePants style, and he gets sucked in into a trippy acid world and falls down into fantasy world. Isekai, baby.
Yep.
You mean the video game world? That's how it felt.
Yep.
It
didn't feel like a fantasy world. It felt like he fell into a video game.
Yes. Video game fantasy. Let's meet.
I've never seen that combination before.
Never. Either way, he's like, what am I supposed to do? And that's when he meets up with the two girls that Robbie mentioned.
Yep.
And they tell him, don't be freaked out by the half-faced guy. And that's when the game master shows up.
Yep, the game master.
He explains the rules and
Captain N.
Explains the rules and all that stuff. And
I thought that the rule was cool. The whole party thing. Continue.
No. What was that? The whole party thing?
Yeah.
I get it. No, but yeah, he gives him all the rules of this world and stuff, and he picks him a job system like every other fantasy, and he's unfortunate. He gets the job of a farmer.
It was funny too, because you see the wheel itself.
They have the wheel set up straight up from Jeopardy.
It was funny too, because there was like big pieces of pie, if you could say it.
Yeah.
And there was like warrior. There was warlock. There was other ones that were big.
And he ended up got the smallest one that ended up him being a farmer. That was like literally the equivalent of like rolling a 1 in a 20-sided die in a D&D.
But yeah, he got a farmer, so he's very limited what he could use as a weapon. Which
so far that he has 2 weapons.
Yeah, he had 2.
A sickle and a hoe.
And just like in regular fantasy, video game world logic, they fight goblins just the first level.
Yeah.
There's some ugly goblins too.
Yeah, they don't have pants on.
Yeah, and they could barely defeat a goblin.
They can't fight.
No,
they're new.
All weak.
They're all new.
Yeah.
They're all level 1s with nothing to prove themselves. And it's very sad because, our boy, I forget.
He's Yotsuya.
The gamer.
Yeah, he's very enthralled into this world. So he tried to use his damn hoe and fails. And then uses his sickle, also fails. But they end up killing it. They end up killing the one goblin.
Because he uses a strategy where, because the popular girl uses wind, but she can't do anything with wind other than blow them.
Yeah, blow a fresh breeze of air.
Yeah, I know. And then the girl Kuzue, she just tosses her sword because she's too scared. Yeah.
Which is terrible. Which you can kind of tell where this anime is going.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny, man.
Yeah. it had a little charm there. And then after all that debacle and all that stuff, they get into real shit.
Yeah.
They like goes into a real town, and there's a troll, I guess they call it the troll, like, just devouring this town. And
oh yeah, they were supposed to do a quest.
Yeah, they were supposed to do a quest. They was kill the goblin, and then like go to this town to do another quest. And but yeah, before even going there, they stumble upon the troll, which like killed the popular girl, like eating her. But for in this game, in this world, if you die, you get respawned back.
You get revived, after a 30-second cooldown.
Yeah, but unfortunately, when they get eaten, there's no respawn time for them. So
it's just kind of a loophole.
Yeah, we're kind of contradicting its rule. Either way, they're screwed, and it's just our main guy and the girl that can't fight with a sword, which loses her hand because they got eaten.
But that's how we found out the reason.
Yeah, that's how we found out that, like, wait a minute, that's why she can't. That's why she's not entirely here. Her left hand is still back there.
Yeah.
I'm like, at the same time, I could go with this dude. Like, God, you guys are useless, man. Yeah. For him, I'm like, I could agree with this man, dude.
Yeah. So when they went to the town, they got more info on this troll, and he just straight up is like, okay, so I know. You can't even fight because you're too scared.
But
At least
he doesn't say it straight out in the beginning until she's like, no, I could go with you.
Yeah, but he figured through deduction and everything, he figured, well, at least Shindo, even though she's weak, she's at least able to help. She's able to come up with strategies and stuff to kind of like deal with the threat ahead. So he straight up just abandons her. It's just like, okay. If we all die, we forgot to mention this most important rule. If everybody in the party dies, they're actually legit dead for real.
You die in the game, you die in real life.
Except in this case, it has to be the party that dies. If one or two people die, that's fine. You have the 30-second respawn, and you're fine.
So that's why he told the girl to, hey, just stay back here.
Just chill. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I can at least, even if I have to respawn or whatever, I'll retrieve her body parts so that way she can be able to respawn.
And that's where the episode ends.
And we're gonna go straight to impressions.
Yes. Do you want to go, Robbie?
I feel like he's not the enthusiastic for this one.
No, I was not. I don't know. I think it might be because I'm just burnt out from the isekai trope. I mean, at least this one, again, I say at least for a lot of these isekai anime, but this one's gimmick is the fact that you're not permanently stuck in the fantasy world. As far as my knowledge is concerned, the girls, at least, because this wasn't their first adventure, they've been going back and forth from the real world to the fantasy world. Kind of like Inuyasha, I guess. If there's a comparison to make here, it's like Inuyasha, where like she goes back and forth between the real world and the fantasy world or whatever. But here it's just, I don't know. Like it's like I feel like the tonal shift is all over the place. It's not. Doesn't know if it's like doesn't know if it's edgy or doesn't know if it's like comedy or whatever, sarcasm or whatever. When they talk about the game master, it's all comedy. It's all shits and giggles. But I don't know, when the guy's by himself, he talks about Tokyo being a shithole. I'm like, okay, he's being really edgy now.
No, I think that's on him in general. That's on. He's putting a facade. But continue. No. You know what? I'll leave that towards me. I'll fight back with you.
You go ahead, man. Go. Anyway, yeah. Rating wise, I'm giving this one a 4. It was bland. I'm sorry. Like the second half in particular.
Would you give it a 3?
Huh?
Would you give the show a 3 episode?
Oh, the first half was fine.
No. I meant like a 3 episode.
Oh, would I give it a 3 episode? Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with giving it a 3 episode.
Because we're fine with the rest of the other animes, right? We're gonna continue them, or are they gonna go 3 as well? I forgot to ask.
No, we're fine.
We're fine with the other ones.
We would have mentioned it if we wanted.
Yeah. I was making sure. All right.
No, that's fine. Yeah, this one I'd give it a 3. Not 3. Sorry, I'd give it a 4. Okay. But we'll see kind of where this goes in the third episode. See where this leads to.
I think you're being too nice. The characters did not intrigue me. halfway through the show, I kind of tuned out. This, like, these, other than being the isekai trope, it's just, I don't know, like, the tone, like, Robbie kind of hit the nail in the coffin. The tone was all over the place. Like, it's either a comedy or is it serious? At one point, they're giggling, laughing, killing this goblin. And the next point, this troll is a massive problem where they're not spawning. Our MC is, like, super edgelord. And he's, like gonna do some evil shit. I don't know. It's all over the place for me in this one. I'm not, like, invested at all. And if you ask me if I give it a 3, I would not.
Come on, man. You're always doing this, man. Give it the 3.
Yeah,
give it the 3, man.
I'll be honest. I'm with Omar. If he, I'm honestly either or. I could either give it a 3 or I could only give it the 1. I'm fine with either or.
But that's just me, you know. Like, you know, Robbie's like either side, and that's my opinion. It all comes down to you. And my rating is also a 3.
Oh no, your rating is a 3. My rating is a 4. I give it a 4.
Yeah.
I give it a 4 for my rating.
Oh, so Omar's a 3.
I'm a 3.
Omar's a 3.
3, baby. What about you, David?
For me in general, I think the only thing I really don't like as much is the girls, the 2 girls.
Oh.
If anything, that was the issue most of the time.
Oh yeah, they were definitely part of the issue.
For him, you know, he's fighting against him. You know, like that. I'm lonely. You know, I'm by myself in general. He doesn't know what he's thinking at this point. He doesn't want to even leave the game. Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember that, but during the show itself, he's like, "Nah, I don't want to go back to Tokyo."
He's trying to get rid of the one aspect that was actually unique about this show. Because you don't ever see like characters like being able to flip flop back and forth between real world and game world. This guy, he's like, "Nah, I want to get rid of the one thing that's unique about us."
No, but he'll eventually change. I doubt he'll stay like this forever. You know,
I guess.
General. Because he'll eventually care about the characters. That's what I think.
I hope I care about him. Anyway, go ahead.
To me, he was not a issue. If anything, he was just being, like, tired of life at this point.
Yeah.
And I guess rating-wise, another 6.
Wow.
Damn, that's...
The only issue I had was just with the girls. That was the only thing. But I guess I need more time with them. We just got... like tiny bits. Oh look, you want to be my friend? Oh yeah, I want to be your friend.
You
like,
want my friend?
Really? That's it? Like, we don't have at least a little bit of time with you guys becoming friends? That's what just that got me upset.
Yeah,
I get you. I mean,
at least with the character, he gave us something. The main protagonist, he didn't annoy me as much as other isekai characters that we've seen prior to that. But yeah, so 6.
I don't know, man. I feel like him, like, he brings nothing to the table, though. Like, he's not annoying, but he does nothing.
Well, so far he's level 1 or level 4.
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's
beginning.
It's not
he's not Kirito, man. He's not Kirito.
I know he's not Kirito.
He's not OP yet. He'll eventually be one, though.
I don't think I like him even if he's OP, but I don't know. We'll just see what happens. We'll see what happens.
We will see next episode since we're doing the 3.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's another killer right here. King's Raid.
Episode 1.
Episode 1. Yeah.
Dark elves are bad.
Oh gosh, where do I start from this one? Guy named Castle is an apprentice to a kingdom, and he wants to be a knight. He has a friend named Frey. I'm literally only reading my notes. I'm so sorry. This.
Okay,
you're tired. You feel tired.
I'll take over. Basically, it starts off with, you know, a fantasy world, demons and dark elves. You know, the typical 101 fantasy stuff. And we get introduced to Klaus. I think Castle.
Yeah, Klaus. Well,
yeah.
Castle's the MC.
He's the MC, and he's getting trained by Klaus, which is his best friend. They've known each other for, you know, however long this anime wants to let them know each other. And yeah, they're just training. You know, one day he'll become as strong as him at some point, but then they go take a patrol around the town and they stumble across these dark elves, which are bad. They're evil. They're they're scum and people don't like them. So, that's kind of like a hint to like where dark elves and the rest of the society stand in this one castle area. That we also get introduced to Frey, which is also another friend of theirs. She's also a priestess. And that we just get introduced to the characters and the kings as well. Well, the kings and the noblemen, and we one of the noblemen represents the dark elves, and telling them like, hey man, like I have this powerful weapon that we could, because they're fighting these skeleton demons that are going to take over the world or something.
I enjoyed the fighting scenes.
The fighting scene was alright. When Klaus and the rest of the knights go on a patrol, they stumble upon the demon skeletons, and shit gets crazy there.
Yeah, that dude got shot in the head.
Yeah,
with that arrow. God damn.
Yeah, it just gets.
Everyone's dying.
Gets real fast, and our boy Klaus, he's like, well, I need the kingdom to know that these guys are coming, so I gotta send a messenger and hold my ground.
Yep. Being
a real hero. And when the messenger gets there, he barely sends the news and kind of faints or dies.
He dies. So
it don't matter.
He's dead.
But that gets word to Frey and our MC.
And so they go on a quest to save Klaus.
If he's even alive.
And that's where the episode ends. And when we also see this lady in black.
Yes.
And
it was very
Can I say it? Can I please say it?
Go ahead.
This was the worst anime of the season. I did not. This one I legit tuned out. The last one, I was on board for at least the first half, like Omar. Probably even the second half. I didn't even give it the benefit of the doubt. This one, I legit did not care. I didn't care. I did not care about the character, the main character, the girl, the castle, the guy named Castle. I didn't care about anything. The interesting part was the fight. I liked how everybody was getting slaughtered because I didn't have any attachment to anybody. I thought it was pretty cool how they were screaming and the arm the guy lost
it was pretty gruesome.
It was pretty gruesome, but I did not care about any of these guys at all. I'll say my rating too. It's a 3. 3 out of 10.
I think that's your lowest ever.
That is my lowest ever. I honestly did not care.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. This anime, King's Raid, was pretty generic, I like to say. It didn't bring nothing new to the table. It's just a fantasy anime.
Yeah, and with a touch of berserk, because all the dudes that were dying from the kingdom. Yeah,
for the rest of the first episode, they did well introducing everybody, but this one itself did a bad job. If I didn't write down notes, I barely remember these characters.
Yeah, that's why I was struggling, because I was only going by my notes.
That's probably where you gave up on it in general.
Because of what?
All the confusion with the characters.
No,
I didn't care of these characters.
That's
it's not
why.
like I wasn't confused. I just legit did not care.
Yeah, I mean,
I did not like this.
I
didn't like anything from this anime.
So what's your rating?
Yeah, well, I just need to finish my piece.
Okay.
Just the characters didn't stick out to me. There was no one that was really important. I didn't care about the Dark Elves either. They were kind of scummy like the rest of them. But yeah, I also give it a 3. This one was as bad as the last anime we saw. Go, David.
For me, to tell you the truth, the issue with this one is that they introduced a lot of characters. Since this is a app game in general.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
So the main character and Frey are the main characters. The rest are part of your party. So this I'm gonna give you a comparison with Princess Connect. See, with Princess Connect, they only had 3 characters, but you have more in your party. But at least on that show, they focus on the 4. Technically, because you don't count yourself. You don't count. You play as yourself, but you're not in the game. But you're in the story, but not in the game itself. And with this one, you're Klaus, right?
I think Klaus is the
no, wait,
apprentice.
What's the name?
Castle?
Castle.
Yeah. So you're that main character in general, and
okay.
And that's the thing, that with this show in general, it tried to focus with a lot of characters, because that's how the game in general is.
Yeah.
Story wise. And they tried to, but I felt like they should have just stuck to like the minimum 3 or 4, because they introduced way too many characters here, and I'm like, wow, this is overwhelming for me too. I'm not like, why?
I'm not overwhelmed. I just didn't care. If they introduced half the characters, I still wouldn't have cared. That's just where I stand.
It was fine. It's not terrible, like terrible.
No, I mean, there's worse.
Yeah.
None of us gave it like a 1. Like, this
No.
is the worst shit ever. Like, it has decent animation.
There's stuff to like about it. I'm not saying there's redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. The thing is that there's nothing inherently. Okay, I should probably mention. Like I said.
No, wait. It was still my.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, there was not enough time to build up the characters, because we kept jumping from another place to another place. We got to the elves, and then we went back to our main protagonist. Well, we went from our main protagonist to Faye, and then from Faye to the king himself with his whole. His ensemble right there, and those characters are introduced in the game too. So it's like they were pushing too many characters at a point for you not to care about.
Yeah.
I guess that's how I see it from your point of view in general.
Yeah.
Like, to tell you the truth, I play the game, but I don't follow up the story like frame for frame. I know the characters, but I don't know the story as well. So that's why it was more entertaining for me, I guess, in general. I think compared to Princess Connect and this anime, Kingsray,
yeah.
that one has a more more story, since it was focused only on 4 instead of multiple characters. I feel like eventually we'll get a small ensemble later on, hopefully. I'll give this the 3, but for me in general, it's a 6. It was not bad.
Really?
Yeah. Because I know the game.
So what you're saying is, if you play this game, you'll have enjoyment in watching this anime.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
So people that haven't watched it,
don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I don't want to watch it.
I'm in that sense.
I don't want to continue.
Like, cause I legit did not know it was an app game, and it just wasn't entertaining, man. Like, it did not bring anything to the table.
Okay, so to continue where I wanted to say is my piece is that there's nothing inherently wrong with the game. With the anime. There's no animation flaws in particular. It's just there's nothing really to grasp on, really.
It was messy.
Yeah.
It was just a messy introduction to characters.
Yeah.
Compared to the other animes we saw.
Yeah.
So, like, watching, the Valkyrie ones and,
Assault.
That's different. That's
I can definitely say, like, out of all the anime here, this one would get drowned out the most of anything. Even with all the other fantasy stuff that we've been introduced so far, this one is the most, just kind of nothing compared to everything else.
Yeah. And, alright, so on to the next anime. This is a remake for... anybody that knows this anime, which is very well known, is Higurashi, When They Cry remake.
2020
episode 1.
Yep.
And this is for me and David's first time watching this anime, but we have Robbie.
Yeah, I have experience with the visual novel. I haven't finished the visual novel, but I've watched the original anime. Yes. And this one is an interesting take. It's more or less a shot-for-shot remake of what the original was. Yeah. But with an updated look, updated everything pretty much, updated style, all that.
Same voice actors, or different?
Do you feel they're the same or no? I feel like they're the same because like a lot of like projects and stuff usually still use the same cast. But it feels the same to me. Mostly like what I was paying attention to was mostly the art style.
Also, the art. Let Omar give this one since he's
he's the newcomer.
All right, that's a good idea. This anime does not hold back. It literally starts off with this man killing somebody with a bat.
He was killing the chick, no, the main girl.
Yeah, the The Reina, yeah.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. I didn't put 2 and 2.
Damn.
Because it was so quick. And
yeah, you saw Mion's corpse on the side. Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
oh,
The green hair.
y'all filling in. All right.
Continue.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm like going too.
No, it's good. That's good. I that's things I didn't catch.
Yeah.
But other than that scene, it was like an everyday life in a small village. You know.
Yeah.
Him going to school. Having friends, doing pranks, gags with each other. We get introduced to our characters: Kiichi, Mion, Rina, Satsuko, and Rika. And I think that's gonna be our main cast.
You mean Reina, right?
Oh, Reina? Is it Reina?
Yeah. Reina, no, you're right, Rika, yeah.
And yeah, that's they just do fun activities. They eat picnic outside of the shrine. Have fun hijinks at school, do a scavenger hunt. It's just a good old time until there was moments in the anime where because obviously our main character, he's not from this village.
He was a year.
Yeah, he's just
he has a year.
He has a year into this village, but apparently it has a history like that we're gonna build a dam next to it, and it was gonna destroy the whole village. But
no, he was curious because of the guy.
What guy?
The photographer dude is the one that told him hey, there was a murder, and then that's what got through his head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When him and Reina they show up to this graveyard.
Is a dump.
Yeah, big old dump, and she was just loving it every minute of it, which is kind of creepy. And and that's when our guy shows up, Tomatake, I think his name was, and he was just a photographer taking shots of the scenery, and that's when he gave that hint. Oh yeah, that.
I'll be honest. I didn't even remember. Every time I'm exposed to the photographer, man, he does come into play later in the story, but I never remember his name.
Yeah,
photographer man.
Yeah.
Photographer man. Yeah, but he gives a hint like shit went down here. There was a murder that happened, and
there's a hand in the dump place.
Yeah,
right?
some guy's arm is in the dump, and nobody knows what's going on.
And so he's very curious of what's with that and all that. So he asks the girls what's up with that, and every time he brings up that question, the art style just changes. It goes to a dark, bold outline, and them always saying no, nothing happened, and that catches him off guard and curious. He's like, what's up with that? And so He has that on his mind, and then Reina asks him to help dig up the statue that she's very fond of, but she can't get it because it's too far.
You already know who's the man, though.
And he digs up the thing, but he stumbles upon these magazines next to it, and he's like, "What is this? It's very nice piled magazines in this dump, So he opens it, and there's articles of murderers and a lot of body parts, limbs getting cut up in this small village. And I didn't mention Reina. She went back to her house because apparently it was close by, and to the dump, and she went to go get something, and
she went to get tea.
Yes, which was not tea. What she brought back, because she brought a big old cleaver with her, and that's where the episode ends.
That's her signature weapon right there, is that cleaver.
What do you think, Omar?
I thought it was interesting. See, this is the first episode where we get introduced to the characters, and you think it's all hunky-dory, but there's a twist to what's going on behind the scenes, and that catches me. That's what catches me intrigued and wanting to watch more. So for my rating for this Higurashi remake, it's a solid 7, man.
For me?
Yeah. What about you?
For me, it's a solid. It's Higurashi again with the brand new coat of paint. I'm really intrigued. I love the art direction that they're taking it, and it's mostly because of the fact it's the Monogatari artist, as well as the same artist that's also behind The World Only God Knows. And this is the first time that it's being portrayed in a very graphically gory kind of anime. And this is paying respects to the OG Yandere anime right here. I'm super looking forward to it. Like I know where where the story is going to be leading, but like honestly, it's been so long since I've seen the original, since I've seen the OG anime. A lot of it's going to feel brand new to me, and I can't wait to relive the anime. 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I could give it a 9, but I don't want to go too high. Just in case, because again, like this, a lot of it, like I said, I've seen before. I've seen this before, but like it's to me, it's gonna feel like brand new because it's been so long.
What about you, Dave?
To me, I guess I'm the lower score for you guys.
That's fine. I mean, Higurashi's not everybody's thing, so.
So the thing for me in general was just well, I don't hate the show in general. I just hate the slow part in general. I didn't gonna go away. It was so boring. I was confused too because I didn't get the whole school thing. All 4 of them were school. I guess she's a teacher. Hold on. Let me get him. You could tell me right after. Okay, you know the thing.
Go ahead.
I don't know. So I was confused with the I guess the teacher and him. I feel like he was already like older than all the other 2-3 girls. They look younger, way too young. And there was no separate, like, no context on what age they are. I'm like, I was so confused. I was not too invested on the character himself yet. Mm-hmm. Maybe later on, he will pick up. But I was like, I don't care for you. But art,
don't worry, man.
The
You'll
art,
get your wish.
Let me finish.
Sorry, man.
Give you a slap. I'm telling my first impression to the show.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Basically, even the art style was amazing. It was pretty like detailed on certain areas and stuff. The detail on the trash too. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
There was a lot of it looked pretty. This whole entire the whole episode was pretty detailed.
Yeah.
In general. And I guess that's where my rating is at right now, at 6. Another 6.
Damn, bro.
Is this 6s?
Damn. Nothing
but 6s.
Hey man, they're there. They're just there.
Yeah, I like your opinion though on that one.
You're gonna. So
it's just the first impression.
It's first impression, right?
First episode.
That's what I thought of my first episode.
That's fair. I mean, it's laying down the seed work for what's to come. A lot of just pay attention to the details of what happened in that first episode, because they're gonna come into play later.
Ooh, boom,
again
boom.
and again and again. The calendar.
Okay.
Keep that in mind.
All right, so on to the next anime, which this was the first breath there.
I know. I was amazed.
Yes, this is Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest Die.
Dragon Quest Die.
All right, but before you go into the thing, the show itself was really, really enjoyable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so. If you don't know, Dragon Quest is based off a very popular game in Japan and at this point all over the world. You know him from the hero in Smash and all that. So it was bound to happen that this video game got an anime adaptation. So we have it, and we get introduced to the world. You know, demons, monsters, heroes. A very 101 fantasy, but with like the art styles of Dragon Ball. And then we introduced to our main character, Dai, who just randomly showed up to this friendly monster island.
I mean, we say randomly, but more so that he was destined. He was drifted. He drifted along through the ocean, and he was discovered.
He was destined.
Yes, he was destined. Anyway, yeah, and he floated onto the ocean, and he was found by a what are they called again? Like the mage. The monsters, basically. The monsters found him.
But he was like a shaman.
Yeah, the shaman,
To tell everyone, none of us played a Dragon Quest game.
Played a little bit of 8.
Yeah.
That's literally the only. I played a little bit of 8 and a little bit of 11. That's the only experience
I have 11, but it's like I just played like 10 minutes of it, so I don't have
played Smash.
Nice.
Yeah, so,
he's there though.
Yes, he is.
He's there.
He is there.
Yeah, we have almost no actual experience playing Dragon Quest, but yeah, so we're perfect for this.
Yes.
Right off the bat, it's just a lot of fun. Like time goes by and we see the character die. Not fully grown up. He's still a kid. He's like about 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
I wanted to say this in my thing, but it reminded me of Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Cause
Akira Toriyama.
Yeah. Goku, you know, he was small at that age too. So
yeah, it's funny. It's funny too because apparently, like, the lead artist for the anime was actually done by somebody else. But you can tell that they're still doing the. They still got the art direction from Akira Toriyama.
Oh, but continue still. Sorry.
That's the key word right here. Continue. But yeah, so you see Dai and you see like him in a lot of ways. Actually, you know, I'm thinking about it. He actually does have a lot of similarities to Goku.
Yeah, and Dragon Ball.
Because he's straight up like he pretty much spent all his life in this island with the inhabitants, with the monsters and stuff that pretty much raised him.
Yeah,
you know, we have the main shaman Brass.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I like that the enemies were actually friends with him.
Yeah, even though like we don't play Dragon Quest, like I was able to tell like a lot of the designs and stuff because they're
iconic.
They're iconic, yeah. The slime, the golem, the saber-toothed tiger, all of them, yeah. The monkey, yeah.
A lot of recognizable monsters in this first episode. So if you play Dragon Quest,
you're gonna have a field day with this, yeah.
So we got to the fake
hero.
Yes.
The fake hero.
Because the shaman told the story to Die about the hero that, you know, basically freed the monsters, and that's why they're there in the first place. And how you know the hero's the greatest thing ever, and you have to become a mage to support the hero. You know?
So he started swimming towards him, thinking that, you know,
he was the hero.
I'm gonna meet him and stuff.
Yeah, he literally. It's funny too. He literally called up his friend the merman.
Yeah.
To help basically like Pokemon surface.
I like his little whistle thing he did.
Yeah, he was like.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
So
the supposed to be hero is not a hero.
They're a bunch of hooligans.
Yeah, they're a bunch of hooligans, and they kind of play along with it's like, oh, you know, like, yeah, show me around. We're not gonna like do anything. But then as soon as he leaves and like tries to get, so the reason why like these hooligans, I guess, came to the island in the first place was because they're trying to find a golden metal slime.
Yes.
Which Dai actually called him Gomechi.
Yeah.
And
I know where that's at.
Yeah, I know where it's at. Let me go get him. So he gets him, and then all of a sudden he sees literally the most horrifying thing he's ever seen. Which is pretty much I'm thinking about it, it's actually the equivalent of like monsters like tearing down the hero's village, but the opposite, because it's like the heroes like killing like the monsters that like helped, you know, he was being raised by pretty much.
Shocked to him.
Yeah.
So they started pretty much killing
like his friends and stuff.
Yeah,
and then like they were like, oh, there he is, he has him, get him. They got him. They kidnapped Gomechi, and he has to go fight him, but not before Brass gave him a few supplies and equipment, to say the least.
Those are cool.
Yeah, like, okay, the sword was standard, obviously.
No, the little
the capsules. Yeah, the capsules. Oh my god, that's the selling point right there. So because the fact that Dai can't actually cast magic properly at all, actually at this point, he carries himself capsules. So he has the regular capsules in which he could be able to seal the power of a friend, and then use it whenever. It's basically Pokeballs.
Yeah,
that's Pokeballs.
That's what it reminded me, like, because like once he gives him the capsule and he gets to the ship.
Oh, it was funny too, because he was sucking him into
gulp. It's funny. He says gulp. It sucks whatever thing it is back in, and it says gushed, and it releases it.
Yeah.
So he kept sucking him in and
They
out.
kept sucking in the shaman guy while trying to explain to him what was the mechanism.
The funny thing is that and the cool thing is that he has 3 like regular capsules, but then he also has 3 legendary capsules, the gold ones.
Yeah.
That he just only use it when you have to.
Yeah. And that comes into play when he gets in the ship.
So hero and the hero and the other ones were gonna get I guess he was gonna.
He
get
was supposed
the
to be he was supposed to be crowned
heroes.
the hero, the champion of heroes.
Yeah, he was gonna be the next hero.
But Dai just flies in over here, jumps on top. He's like, "Give me back my friend."
Yeah.
And
so they're like, "Wait, King, go back. We'll keep him at bay." And they try to play off the whole, "Hey, we're the heroes."
I like that the king was keeping an eye.
Yeah,
he was looking through.
He was checking how his new hero was gonna react.
Yeah.
Which is, that's a good king, even like
the fighting sequence were awesome too. I enjoyed it too.
It's very like watching this anime made me feel like being a kid, dude.
Yeah, I felt like a child again.
It was amazing. It was an amazing feeling to have again.
But the fight fight happened.
Yeah, the monsters fighting the
oh my god, the fake hero is hilarious.
So my boy Dai, he went sword to toe, sword to sword, but then when things were getting clutch, he popped up those capsules, and the capsules were going ham.
Yeah.
But then of course, they got the upper hand, and thankfully though, Dai had the golden capsules, and the first one that popped out was a bunch of slimes, which didn't really do much, obviously.
What is this?
But then he brought out the big guns, the dragons.
Oh yeah,
and the dragon. Oh man, that's what the thing that David was talking about.
The dragon too is funny, but also the octopus kind of thing was shaking the boat, and that was funny.
Yeah, the kraken. I think it was the kraken. Yeah.
It was funny when he was shaking the boat too.
Yeah.
I was upset. I was like, no, he's getting frozen.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the mage, she had Gomechi like kind of as a hostage. Literally was about to kill him or whatever, stab him. But yeah, so then he called back the dragon, but the slimes that he brought up with the first golden capsule was actually pieces of the king slime.
Oh man!
And that was when shit was about to get real.
The hero just
god, with all this snot coming out. Oh god, it was gross.
Yeah,
and she's like, "Wait, what's happening?" Oh
no, the weird thing was the fact that like after everything was said and done, like Dai captured him into a golden capsule. I legit thought he was gonna keep him there. No. He released him, and they're all like.
Dai gets the actual crown.
Yeah, he was promoted as champion of heroes.
Yes. And then they leave, and then the imposters, they end up being on their little boat. They're like, no, they
were in their dinghy. Yeah.
So Dai has a cool now crown. He's like, whatever, I'm going back to my old life.
3 months pass. He barely learned how to use a fire spell.
No, he's like, where's my crown?
Yeah, it turns out Gomechi has it. He barely learns how to use the fire spell, but 3 months pass, and then it turns out that the sage's ship comes by, wanting to seek help from the champion of heroes. And the princess comes in, and she just comments on Dai's short stature, and then that's when the episode
I like the
ends.
name of the episode.
Yeah.
Tiny hero.
Yeah, and that's where the episode ends. So
there's one thing I want to point out. It's a small point. Whenever they did the spells, they actually set the spell names. Because like in Smash, there's the spells that you could command, like Bang, Fizz. And in the anime, they actually call it out too.
Yeah.
The spells, which is a very nice touch.
Ravi?
Oh yeah.
All
right, so in terms of my impressions, I'm with David. It was a really big surprise. I honestly did not expect to like this anime as much as I did. Again, what can I say? Like the characters, the art was just really reminiscent of like Dragon Ball. Even though it wasn't, it was still like it still had that influence. I really like Dai. I think Dai is like a great protagonist. He's like a little kid. He really reminds me of Goku. I think that's kind of like what brings the charm about me to him. Yeah. Like the fact that like it's so unconventional that he's like actually friends with monsters and stuff. It's such an interesting archetype, and I'm just really excited to just follow this guy in his journey. Really, all in all, I guess impression wise, it's a solid 7.5.
Nice.
I really enjoyed it from the first episode, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here.
Omar?
Yes. Like you said, Robbie, watching this anime was a breath of fresh air, and watching it felt like being a kid. Like every moment when the monsters show up or die doing something dumb and funny, it brought a smile to my face. It was very nostalgic of Dragon Ball. Dai's just a lovable character, and I can't wait to see what he does in his adventure now that he's the hero of champions. Great animation and iconic monsters. I mean, what more do you want in your Dragon Quest anime? It's a solid 8 for me, honestly. I really enjoyed my time watching this. What about you, David?
To me, watch out, guys. This is a different number now.
Oh, no.
The 6 is gone now.
Oh,
it's gone.
Man, no more 6s.
Nope.
All right, come on.
The show got to me, man. I don't know. The kid in me, like Omar said, just popped in, and I was like, damn, I feel like I'm watching a Dragon Ball show.
Yeah.
It just popped in, These characters were likable. Even the monsters were likable. I never thought I would.
You don't want them to die.
Yeah. I felt like I said, I felt sorry for the Kraken thing. I like the funny part was it the gorilla or
the merman?
The merman was trying to get freeze him and stuff.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. There was a lot of funny parts with the monsters.
Yeah.
And with Dai, I feel like the journey is gonna be a good one, man.
Yeah.
Because we're getting a fresh new hero, starting up. Harley does not have any abilities other than
doesn't know the world.
Yeah, does not know the world yet until he leaves.
Yes.
I want to see what happens after he leaves this island, man.
Yeah, like will he still keep that wholesome hearted character that he is now?
I think he will.
Or he falls in love.
I'm pretty sure he will.
Because it was funny with the princess and him.
Yeah.
But yeah, really enjoyable show. I give this 8.5.
Oh,
nice. All right.
I really enjoyed this show.
Yes. We're
moving on up.
Moving on up.
Oh, we're waiting for this one.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to start?
I'll start.
You started.
All right. So the final anime of this season for this week is Jujutsu Kaisen episode 1. And watching the trailer for this anime was
me and
amazing.
Omar.
We were already sold.
Yeah, we were sold.
We were very hyped for this.
Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt this, but you know what made us even more sold?
What?
Was the OP.
Oh god.
Oh, okay.
The opening song was great.
Yeah.
The opening animation was great. But there's one character in particular that really caught our eye.
Oh man.
Well, it was the most random scene ever.
The panda.
Oh yes, the panda just stole the damn opening because like there's like a shot in the opening where like everyone's looking at a window or something, right? Like it's very serious.
Yeah.
And he's on the top roof doing some flips and stuff. I was like, what?
It's just so random, but it's so great, and I can't wait to see that. Anyway, that's not what happens in that episode.
Yeah.
So in the first episode, we get introduced to our boy Yuji.
Yuji,
Yeah, Yuji. He's very main character-esque. He loves talking to spirits and stuff like that. And
very Ichigo-like.
Yeah, and other than that, he's very good at sports and very athletic. But he doesn't want to do that because he just wants to hang out with his friends and talk to spirits and the little spirit club that he has going on. But the coach comes in and is like, "You have great talent, kid. I'm not gonna let you go to waste." So
I rewrote you into joining track and field.
This show's amazing on comedy.
Oh yeah, yes. It's on point.
Yes, the comedy in this is amazing. Like when I didn't expect it to be comedy. Like that I was gonna be serious.
We'll see.
Yeah, you're right. We'll see. But like, the images they show like is so hilarious, and like especially when they're doing the background. This is a background shot. Like it's just gag. It's just a bunch of gags.
All right, after the comedy, man, sadness kicked in, man, and it hurt me inside, man.
Oh yes, so we get introduced to our main character's grandpa.
Yuji's grandpa, yeah.
And he's in the hospital, obviously dying or something. And before he passes away, spoiler alert, he gives him last words of advice. It kind of kept with him, kind of haunted him.
Yeah, man. It gave me that tear, man. I was like, damn.
Basically, it's like no matter what you do in life, always like try to be the hero. Don't, even if it's from 10,000.
When you want to, I like what he said. When you want to die, make sure you have people that care about you there. Don't be like me, where it's just you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Barely know me, son.
It was a good speech.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a good last parting words, because that's what we all want.
That tear came in. It got me. It was sad.
Yeah, because like we go from comedy to like a very serious one. Like, damn, bro, this is a good show. All right.
Yeah.
But other than that, we also, I forget to mention, we also get introduced to Fujigoro.
Yeah.
He was checking up on some, I think like a curse or something. Like there was some evil spirits.
That was funny too. The little box opening thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He commented on the seal technique. It's very ancient, like it's old school or something like that. So nothing's gonna get sealed away here. But he checks it. It's like it's not there. So he asks around. Well, he scopes around the school area.
And then he sensed the
evil charm around Yuji, our main character.
It's like, hey, and then he's gone.
Yeah, and he falls and he finds him in the hospital, and he asks for the cursed item that he's looking for, and he has the box.
He's like, here, man, sure.
Yeah, he has the box,
like,
but not the
the
actual sealed.
Yeah, not the actual item itself.
Where's the thing inside?
Yeah, so
come on, man.
He's freaking out, right? So he tells him, our main character tells him, my friends have it. They're gonna perform, like they're gonna unseal it, see what happens and stuff. And
I was like, you idiot.
I don't know, why would you want to do that? Mess with some taboo. Like, if it's sealed for a reason, damn it. I know you're into spirits, but don't do it.
So they ran, and then Fujigoro, of course, since he's the main guy with powers, he goes in and he tries to help out.
That animation too was amazing. It reminded me also of God of High School, where the movement, the movement was amazing,
really good. Yeah,
it was very solid.
Like when he was running up the staircase, it felt like he was actually running up there.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then of course, the two friends of his that was in the club, they unraveled the artifact itself, and of course the artifact kicked in and it attracted all the curses.
It looked terrible.
Yeah,
those monsters look creepy as hell.
Oh yeah, they did a great job.
They're super scary.
I was like, oh no, are you gonna get raped, girl?
No. Thankfully,
that position, she was like, no, come on, my boy, where are you? You need to save your friends.
Basically eating. Almost.
Yeah, thankfully though, Yuji had a memory, had a flashback of his grandfather's dying words.
He was terrified, like his hands were like clutching.
He was clutching, but he felt the essence of death, and but it was really cool though the way that death was explained to him, in terms of like the way that he interpreted death was that, okay, there was the proper way of dying, and then there's the way that's like, okay, this isn't it.
Like a badass.
Yeah, this isn't it. Like the way that's gonna happen to them, that's not the way to go.
Yeah.
So that's why he was like, okay, I'm gonna run.
No, we don't see. We don't see it after that. We go to the guy.
Fujigoro.
Yeah, with his wolves and stuff.
Yeah, he does his what does it do? Like exorcism?
Yeah, it's kind of like exorcism.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out more at the end.
Soul reaping.
Yeah, and he summons these two wolves, which is very awesome. They attack together like a team. And there's a cool shot like when they're running around the corner, like it's like you're there. Yeah, they're in the action, and it's awesome.
It felt like that John Wick moment.
Yeah, it was like I love that when I see that in anime. It's like you're in there.
and then I guess we're having trouble with the big monster, right? A huge.
Yeah, he couldn't overcome it because I don't know, like it was too big, or he didn't want to hurt his friends.
Yeah.
And you see our boy jump up out of nowhere, breaks through the glass, smashes the monster, and then
was able to save his friends. Yeah,
it was awesome. I don't know the balls in this kid, I gotta say. But he gets his friends out of there, but the monster's not having that. It's like, yo, I'm gonna kill this guy. But Fujigoro, now having an open shot, kills it away, and you would think that'll be all said and done, but There was a tease.
Get over here.
There was a tease of that one monster in the field.
Yeah.
That was just chilling. And then
they said that he was like a grade 2, which I guess means that he's like really powerful. I'm not sure if it means that grade 1 and 2 is like, you know, it's like, oh, that's the higher ones, or if it's like, oh, after 1 is like 2 and then 3 and then 4. But regardless though, it's a really powerful curse. And after Fujigoro was able to, like, you know, make mincemeat of this one, the second one comes in, and this one is much more scary.
Yeah, it's all very scary. He just comes up top of the ceiling.
Top of the ceiling. Fujigoro's like, no, get away! And then like he gets slammed,
and then they start fighting outside where the combat came in, and our main protagonist is doing all these flips and tricks.
He's like, no, I like how Fujigoro was like, hey, you can't, you don't understand like how combat and stuff works. It's like, I don't care. If I think I'm gonna die. He just does his like kicks and flips and all that stuff, and then like right when he was about to get eaten.
That was funny too. The little kind of split he had. When it was on top of its mouth too.
He was in a tight pickle, man.
Yeah, he was. Like, he was literally about to die.
And then that's when he thought.
Well, okay, then that's when he remembered. It's something that I've noticed that he does a lot. He remembers that the finger. He's like, hey, you know, it's like, does these fingers really taste that good if the curses really want to eat it that bad? And that's when
he
Fujigoro remembered. Oh my god, you guys are going way too ahead. Fujigoro like pretty much like mentions that like, yeah, if demons they like it because it gives them more power. And so that's when he's like, okay, I'm gonna eat it. He freaking just gulps it down, and then as Fujigoro's explaining in his head, that there's only a 1 in a million chance that this is even gonna work. That if you die, you know, like other whatever, and is it gonna work? And it works, but my man gets possessed by the spirit of the actual like curse.
He's like, no,
itself.
don't eat. Before that, he said, don't eat the finger, or else.
Yeah.
You'll die. You might die because it was 1 in a million, I think.
Yeah,
right?
1 in a million chance that he's actually
he's
gonna
our MC,
manifest
bro.
No, but that was the other guy said. He was like, oh man, he's gonna die right now.
Yeah.
And then that's when the possession came in, and he was getting taken over by the other guy, but he's like, nope, I'm still here. I'm still here.
Like the demon was gonna wreak havoc. But it's like the guy was like, "What are you doing, bro? I'm right here. Like, calm the hell down." It was like, "What the? What the hell?
How are you still up?"
So it's gonna be funny with like those two fighting each other, and that's how the episode ends.
Yep.
And it was very cool, very action packed, and.
Rabbi, your thoughts?
My thoughts, really amazing. I wish I could talk about it more, but you guys kept stealing my thunder.
Oh, well, now you could talk about it.
All right, I'm going to talk about it a lot, so you guys got to get ready, okay? All right, so Yuji really reminds me of Ichigo, like straight up, in a good way. A little backstory. I really like the early parts of Bleach, okay? Like, later Bleach is kind of doo-doo, in my opinion, but... the early parts of Bleach, like the Substitute Soul Reaper arc, the Soul Society arc, all that good stuff, was all amazing. And this reminds me of that early parts of Bleach that I've been craving for so long. I love the supernatural element that's going on. I love the fact that this MC has attitude. The Fujigoro reminds me of like a male version of Rukia. That's like, yeah, because you know he's pretty much like in charge of like, you know, taking care of like these curses and stuff in the area, I assume. And it's just so good. And then like like you guys said, like the animation, the fights and everything like really remind me of like, you know, does remind me of like really much like the not Tower God of High School. And well, Tower God has some good action too, but yeah, more so God of High School though. And yeah, it just flows really well, and I really like the pacing and everything that's been going on. The comedy also is like really on point too. I'm just super excited on where this is going, and it's just it's just uphill for me. In terms of like my rating, solid 8 out of 10 for me. Nice, it's really good 8 out of 10 for me. No, you know what? No, 8.5. I'll say 8.5. It's really good. Like I said, I'm in for the ride.
Yeah.
Omar?
For me, yes. This was the one anime I was very looking forward to.
Yeah, you already heard us earlier.
Yes, we were we're squealing like schoolgirls over here. And watching it in action I'm glad I waited. This is amazing. I can't wait to see more. Our main character Yuji is awesome. I can't wait to see what he does with this new power he has now with conquering this demon, evil spirit, or whatever. And animation's on point, everything. And for me, it's an 8 too. Yeah, I'm really excited to see more of this anime, and I can't wait. What about you, David?
Pretty much what both of you said. And I already said it through the whole conversation we had earlier. And yeah, I'm gonna give it a 8.5.
Nice.
It's pretty fun. Yeah. Hope the adventure continues with this show, man. Cause
both this one and Dragon Quest were both spot on.
Yeah, I know. These two are it's good things. Good things to come for this one.
Yes. We can't wait to see more for these.
All right, news.
On to the news.
Yep.
We start off with Bones animating a kind of music video of called Gacha, a Pokemon music video, and it's basically like a homage of all like of the past Pokemon games and their art style, and it's really cool and stuff. Like to see like all in motion. It's very beautiful.
Of course, with Bum of Chicken.
Bum Chicken also. Bum of Chicken sings the opening for this, and it's a very nice song. Like everybody grew up with Pokemon, so it's a very trip down memory lane, and it's beautiful. I remember when David showed it to me, I was like, wow, man, this is something else. What was it to promote for? Or?
For the expansion of the new Pokemon game.
For Sword and Shield, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Crown Tundra.
Tundra? Oh, the second one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so.
But it, it could be its own thing, to tell you the truth. The music video was amazing.
Yeah, because it really didn't show that.
No, but it was amazing. Bones always kills it, man.
Yeah.
They're amazing with animation. The whole animation with the Pokemon and all that, the whole attacking, and then the little journey with the characters. It was awesome. You guys should check it out.
Yeah, we should highly recommend it. Watching this video. You got time on break or whatever.
Gotcha.
On to the next news we got here. We have
Jojo.
When was this released?
3 weeks. No, 3 days ago. My bad.
3 days ago.
Yeah, so Jojo announced a special event called Joestar The Inherent Soul, which is I think it's a kind of like a hint of maybe of the new part for Star Ocean 6, for part 6 basically.
For part 6, yeah.
And it's set on April 4th, 2021.
Yeah.
And they show the art style of the 5 Joestars so far, and it looks good from that website they have it on, and
it looks pretty cool. Hopefully we get something out of it.
Yeah, like a date for part 6 or something, or maybe something different. Maybe like blow my mind,
have like its own stories, or give us OVAs or something.
Yeah, or like maybe finishing up Yatten Part 8.
People were looking forward to imagine that if they had a collaboration with all 5 Joestars.
Like a new like a manga spin-off or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
that would be cool. Or animation. That would be cool.
Oh, like a little tribute or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
That would be cool. Yeah.
You get to see all the Joestars talk to each other and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be very cool.
That's pretty much it for that one.
Yeah.
And here comes our final news.
Yes, the big news.
Yep, Super Smash Brothers has Ultimate has Steve.
Minecraft. DLC 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, which is the all-time fan requested.
The meme requested.
Minecraft Steve.
It was the most divided character ever.
Well, yeah, because
it broke Twitter.
Broke Twitter itself on this announcement, and it's a very iconic, game itself. The divided generation of young kids and stuff. I mean, me personally, I didn't grow up with Minecraft, but I could respect the choice that Nintendo and Sakurai made with putting Steve in Smash Bros. Because it's a representation of popular
of that
games.
At least for that for the generation in general.
Yeah, it's big news, but like, you know, it's not for us, but for whoever grew up with Minecraft, this is obviously really big.
Or for
them, so.
there's people our age probably still play Minecraft.
Yo, those Minecraft YouTubers.
That's
right?
not us.
No, I'm just saying people. I'm not saying us.
Yeah,
Us.
I'm saying
three.
us. I'm saying us. I'm saying us because it's not something that I would have wanted, but I know for a fact that like my siblings, and I know again people that are, I guess, of age, you know, wanted Steve in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a Minecraft.
Yeah, it's not what I wanted either, but I could respect the choice.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, an upsetting Fire Emblem character, you know.
To me,
I think this makes sense.
To me, in general, these DLCs are pretty much like, hey Sakurai, thanks man for all your work, man. Because we already got all we wanted at this point. I don't know why people.
It's just the extra icing on the cake, really. It's just they want to put more what they want to do, then that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I mean, it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good over here.
The
more content, even better.
Hey man, I'll still play the character even though
I recorded this today. They showed off the gameplay for Minecraft Steve and
the gameplay and date.
Yeah, when's the date?
October 13.
Oh wow, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't know about the date, but yeah, we saw gameplay. It reminded me of Phoenix Wright and Marvel's Capcom 3, like how you have to gather materials and stuff like that, and it's a very complex character, to very say the least. You thought Mimic was complex? Watch out for Minecraft Steve.
Yeah.
/ Alex.
Slash zombie. Slash Enderman. Oh man, watch out, guys.
And with that, I think that's a good wrap up.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's a good wrap.
All right, signing off. This has been the Anime Squad podcast. My name is Robbie.
And this is Omar.
And this is David.
And don't forget to like the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you guys want to see more content like this.
And share everything we're cool.
Yeah, we gotta. That's our permanent tagline now. All right, then. See you guys next week.
Bye, guys.